power went out, my computer isn't coming up right now, so I'm actually in the midst of working it up.
You're good.
And I know I just started the live, so
That's why I was like, I messaged you. I was like, or I messaged the group. I was like, running behind? Question mark.
yeah, because I was like, and me and Drew were finishing up watching the WCW thing. Who killed it? Yeah.
I can't watch any of that stuff. I don't have that channel.
When you come over to the house. You know you can watch it with me.
Yeah, I know.
No. All you have to do is come over to my house. I was about to invite you to SummerSlam. So
show this weekend.
Huh?
I have a show this weekend.
What else is new? Come over to the house, or what's called? Well, it's going to be Saturday. Okay, yeah, you would have a show. What's up, Ladarius?
I do.
Hey, don't mind me. Just you guys keep doing what you were doing.
He's here now, Ladarius, but he was running behind.
Yes. Obviously, I'm on my cell phone. Hold on. Hi, everybody. This is C-Double and Jerry and Ladarius. Normally, we're all buttoned up. We got the little intro thing, but guess what? Stuff happens.
I'm just saying, I was here at 4:30.
Yes, he was. And by the way, we had a nice little thunderstorm happen last night, so everything got knocked off. So I'm having to redo my computer to wake up. So, and then I was inviting Jerry.
Professional folks.
And then I was trying to invite Jerry to come watch SummerSlam with me because I want to invite Ladarius, but he's all over to Florida, and I can't just have him just come on down. But Ladarius, anytime you're welcome. So
I'll put that feather in my cap and remember that for future references.
If you ever come down to Georgia,
if I wasn't in Livonia this weekend, I would be there.
Okay. Well, look, Ladarius, if you're ever in Georgia, you let me know. We're going to make sure we go to Jerry's wrestling match, and then we're going to watch a wrestling show together.
Yeah, I mean, we can figure something out for WrestleMania, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, if there's snacks involved, that's double interesting.
Yeah. Oh, dude, of course. Jerry's going to pay. Don't worry.
That's bullshit.
Jerry will get the chicken nuggets from Wendy's for us.
I make fucking security money. I don't make big bank.
Oh, I don't want to hear that now, there, main eventer.
Main event, Jerry Nell. Yeah,
bullshit.
We all just gonna go like this. Yeah, main event. Yeah, it'll
yeah, we're gonna be like, yeah.
I don't get the main event shows anymore. I'm not popular enough.
Oh, you're gonna get it, man. Don't worry. I'll talk to the booker. I'm like, look, we came to see Jerry perform. And now, if he asks me who, then we'll have to go from there.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, who's that guy? Who's that guy? PCH. Wait, what's this? PCH headquarters delivery. What the fuck? I've been getting some weird ass face. Facebook suggestions. I'm like, who are these people?
It's okay. I just got a bot friend request.
Okay, you too. I had one.
I get those all the time.
I had a couple of people I knew, and then it was like, what the hell? This person maybe has one post. I ain't buying that. So, guys, what did y'all think? So, I mean, because once my computer's up, I'm going to switch to my computer. But what did y'all think about the shows? Let's start with AEW with basically the War Games match or any part of the show. What did y'all think of AEW last night or last week?
I mean, I enjoyed it. Other than the vicious fucking chair shot.
Oh, with the shaved chair, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. I got into it with some people on X about that because I saw that.
It's a prop chair.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, it's a prop chair. Oh, they shaved the chair," and I'm going, "I know wrestlers, Jerry. I've seen you in the back. I'm a little, I've never seen Jerry shave a chair. So I'm gotta ask, what's the difference between a doctor chair and a working chair? And then here's the thing now. Shit can still go wrong with regard to it, correct?
Yes.
Also, with Corey Graves in the wrong in what he said.
Okay, so from
There we go.
experience, because I have worked with both.
Okay.
A gimmicked chair is thinner. It's thinner material, thinner metal. It's not as thick as the normal chair that you go to Walmart and buy.
Okay.
$20.
Yeah, I got a few.
They're made a little bit different. They're a little thinner and a little more bendable, and they break really easily. You know, all that good shit. But as you said, things can still go wrong. If you hit somebody with the fucking top of the back piece, yeah, that's going to do some damage. You hit somebody with the little lip of the lower back piece, that could probably do some damage. But as long as you're hitting with the seat of the gimmicked chair, you're fairly safe.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless it's the outer edge, of course.
First of all, I hated the chair shot. Ladarius, what did you think, real quick, as I'm working on this, because I wanted to actually get into that one for a while.
I think I kind of talked about last week. The problem with those type of matches, I think, is how do you do better than the next year?
Mm-hmm.
And you guys mentioned the chair shot. Look, I'm not even going to lie and say I one way or the other. I just go by what I saw, and I'm like, holy, I'm like, that's just based on. But
yeah,
I mean, I enjoyed it, but to kind of shift around, like I'm thinking about, I don't know, I think it happened on this show. Sometimes the days run together, but Camille's debut on AEW, I think to me, because like I said, I'm a huge Camille fan, and
Yes.
And it was always speculation where she was going to go, and I always kind of felt like obviously it's going to be WWE, AEW. Yeah. But my mind leaned toward AEW because I felt like if it was WWE, I felt we would have kind of heard of it. She would have already debuted and all that jazz.
If I'm not mistaken, Camille was signed all the way back in February. If I'm not mistaken,
been a while.
Yeah, I think I want to say for at least a couple of months she was signed. So, seeing her on there, I think it's interesting. I'm curious to see what she does because, I've talked about how Tony Khan and how he books the women's division. I don't want to go down that slippery road or that slippery slide, but
I mean, if you ever do want to, you can. That's my whole point. I mean,
I guess what I will say is. What I will say is that, if they're going to use her, I like it in the enforcer type way. I kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of like she's not going to be in the title picture anytime soon or anything like that. But it kind of gives insurance for Mercedes, which to me, thus far as the character, so far we, as a character we have all, I think it could be better. And whole creative control thing doesn't exactly help her case. But I'm just curious to see what they do with Camille.
Yeah.
And how she expands from that, because watching her in NWA, I mean, there's a reason why she's the one-time champ for a reason. So, I mean, she had that belt for like over 800, almost 900 days, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, but that was my takeaway. As far as the chair shot goes, like I said, you always with these type of matches, the danger is how do you up the ante,
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then some of the things that Corey, I don't want to take away C-Dub's thunder, but like some of the thoughts that Corey Graves had was kind of interesting as well.
So
go ahead, Jerry. Go ahead.
So to touch on the rest of the cage,
mm-hmm.
I did like the setup for the chair shot. How he crucified him. Essentially, it made me think of Raven and Dreamer.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of the chair shot, that whole match, like you said, they had to figure out a way to one up everything they've done before.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, to me, I don't think they did that. Which is, I think, is why they did the chair shot and the tease of lighting Jungle Boy on fire. And I hated the ending of that match.
Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. It could have been better. That's all I'll say. It could have been better.
outside of that match, the only other match that I was really interested in seeing was Jericho and Suzuki. And Suzuki chopped the fuck out of Chris.
I didn't feel a thing.
To the point his chest was legitimately bleeding. There was no blades there. That was legit. That outside of those two matches, those were the two main matches I wanted to see. And
I'm like, well, the learning tree is bleeding. I'm like,
that. Oof.
That's a learning tree I wouldn't want to.
And before he even started bleeding, I saw his chest and it was just blood ass red. I was like, ooh. I'm good.
We'll say pass. We'll say
Yeah.
pass.
In other news, why he's trying to finish this setup, did you happen to see that MVP showed up at GCW's Bloodsport?
Yes, I did. Josh Bar. Yeah, that was great.
And did you hear Josh's comment?
Yeah, I thought
about the information.
Basically telling him to bring the Hurt Business to Bloodsport, and he'll show them what Hurt Business is about.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
we're gonna have some interesting conversation today.
Yeah, I didn't get to see the whole show. I haven't watched it yet, but I did see some clips from Speedball's and Akira's match. All I'm going to say is I applaud Akira for taking that fucking kick to the face the way he did. Because Mike hit him right here, right in the jaw, and dropped him. Like, Akira ate it.
All right.
Now my jaw hurts. Thanks a lot, Jerry.
And I will say the Creeds were, what I saw of the Creeds matches, they were pretty decent too.
Yeah.
You know, matching blazers, matching outfits. You know, Sears or someone's making a lot of money off those. Yeah.
Right.
Like, where do you guys shop? Oh,
I forget who they worked at Bloodsport. And then I don't know who Shayna worked either. But
yeah, oh my God, I know that big guy Brutus knocked out Tom Lawler, and
so that's who he worked.
And then Julius put in that work against the other guy. I mean, look, this is becoming very interesting to see how Bloodsport has been featuring WWE and TNA people. I know Charlie Dempsey got beat by somebody. I couldn't remember who the guy was. But, oh, my Lord. All right, now we're back on track. Sorry about that, everybody. We are rolling. Now, my thoughts were this. I thought the cage match, like you guys said, hard to repeat what, try to top again. But my thing is
Bloodsport info.
Yeah. Okay, here. Cool. Go ahead and hit that up if you like.
So Hideo Karayi defeated Brian Johnson submission. Julius beat Matt Makazawa. Makowski? Something like that. By TKO.
All right.
Masha beat Jody Threat. Which they're in a feud together anyways, so that's going to just push towards TNA.
No.
Royce beat Charlie.
Okay.
Submission. Let's see. Brutus beat Tom. TKO. Homicide defeated Mike Santana by submission.
Damn, that must have been a good fight.
I'm ready to watch that. Yeah, I want to watch that one. Barnett beat Bad Dude Tito by KO.
And that's when MVP came in.
Yeah, that's the MVP thing.
Timothy didn't look small.
No. Timothy Thrasher beat Josh Woods by double count out. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, that is very interesting.
Say anything about Shayna beat Mayu Yamashita by TKO.
Okay, I think she's wrestled in AEW a couple of times. So
Probably.
yeah, she's not. I mean, if it's the one, I think that's the one that had her tooth knocked out by Britt Baker in that one match. If it's the one I'm thinking it is. So,
Gotcha.
all right. So my thing is this: Corey Graves comes on. He comes out and he basically says, "Look, this isn't about one brand over the other." And he basically brings up his voice of concern because he's basically had, lost his career due to concussions.
Yeah.
So, and everyone went crazy. And then, if y'all did not hear the panel for Ring of Honor, Tony Khan is the president of You Make Yourself Look Bad. Because this goober is asked, about the chair, about your practices, and he answers in a way of, that question is a really good question with a lot of good variables, and proceeds to dance around it like Sammy Davis Jr. I mean, it's annoying to me, but my thing is this: if you're gonna do the chair shots, do the chair shots. I get it, but stand by it, because I just personally don't like when guys. Yeah, exactly, and always give the guy a chance to cover up too. Because I don't care what anyone says. If they cover up, it's still more devastating than not covering. Because when covering up, when you're not covering, you're going, what the hell's going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're doing a decent job of covering up, you can't tell. I mean, yeah, if you're way the fuck out here when they hit you, yeah, but if you're right here, like for me, example, I'm literally right here, and you're catching my arm.
Yeah.
Or I'm turning my head and you're hitting my shoulder.
Yeah. But now, okay, but like, so people talk about the Cody Rhodes spot in I don't want to say it, I can't remember, but it was Shawn Spears with the chair.
He came from behind.
Yeah. Well, that chair supposedly was shaved, but the problem was it was the bar, like what you said.
That lip.
Yeah, the lip, and how it caught him, and that's what gave him the gash, or made it even worse. So again, it's like, I get trying to soften the blow. My thing I just hated was, and I know this sounds crazy, I hated seeing Mark throwing a chair because Mark's the face.
Yeah.
And I get Jungle Boy being the douche and everything, and needs to get what he needs to come to.
I will give props to Jungle Boy for this. When he did swing that chair, he leaned into it.
Yeah.
To make sure he hit him with the seat of the chair.
Yeah. It's just one of those things. And look, I mean, I'm not going to get mad about it. I just thought the outcry for people getting mad at Corey for voicing his opinion, it's like, look, it's like this. If that guy is saying something, let him say it, because he has the right.
Yeah.
Like if you got online and said, damn, I wish they didn't do that, I wouldn't have said nothing, because I'd be like, you know what? Of all people, I could say Jerry can actually look at you and go, he's had that done. He knows how that feels.
Yeah.
I
have had an unprotected chair shot done. Fucking sucks.
Yeah, I know.
It gives you a stinger and you can't feel shit.
Well, not just that, but when people try to talk to you, we just have to be very careful with you, because you just...
When you have a fucking person like Vic Rhodes swinging a fucking chair.
That might be something we would have to show Ladarius on another time, because that man...
I don't know if I can find a video.
Oh my God. That... I still can't believe how... Man. Let's put it this way.
I'll put it this way. His response to a chair shot, Ladarius, was, you put your hands up, I'm going to break them.
Hold on. He makes Goldberg one of the greatest, safest workers you've ever met.
Well, that's all I need to hear.
He was he's about 5'7", 5'8"-ish.
He would wear boots to give him that extra lift.
Yeah. He's one of those old school guys that if you can't take it, go the fuck home type deal. And would stiff you with every shot and suplex you on concrete floors and hit you with chair shots so fucking hard you think he'd knock you out.
I mean, there was no worrying about selling his stuff because you would feel it.
And when he'd hit you with a clothesline, he'd ride it down with you.
Yeah. I think I remember watching one match where I heard somebody called him a prick, and I'm like going, "Oh, that's your funeral, pal." But I mean, he
now you
wasn't
want to know
wrong.
the funny? You want to know the funny part?
What's that?
I met him when I was like 7 or 8 as a kid. Had
Yeah.
a full head of hair, no tattoos,
Oh God.
and come to find out, he knew my father and used to smoke weed with him.
And that's the more you know.
Yeah.
All right, I want to get on that Camille track also because it was good to not just see her, but she actually got to be a part of the Comic-Con where AEW was doing like it looked like an action figure unveiling, but then they were doing promo work for AEW. I couldn't tell
which Comic-Con.
Well, I don't know if it was a Comic-Con.
Because I know WWE was at San Diego.
Okay, yes, they were at San Diego, but there was another thing going on. And I want to say it was probably in Texas because of the Ring of Honor thing they had. Either way, it had Will Ospreay, it had Darby Allin, and it had DMD, Britt Baker. But what I liked it
was at San Diego too.
Okay, so then not just that, but then
they must have did 2 separate nights.
Yeah, so they had Mercedes dressed up as Poison Ivy. Good callback. Hey, but it actually worked with her. I wouldn't know why. But and then I don't know what Camille was dressed up as, but either way, but I think Bane, I want to say. But I'm just saying, so they were able to get this match pushed through finally at All In. But pretty interesting now that Camille comes in. Do y'all think we see Jamie Hayter into the picture at least All In?
She was dressed as Bane.
Okay, I'm glad I got my stuff right because
I could see her coming into it because she is clear.
Mm-hmm.
Another funny story: the game store down the street here in town.
Okay.
She visits all the time.
Oh.
And I ran into her physical therapist, and because I went to drop off the action figure that I have, the one from All In last year from London.
To
have her sign it.
Okay.
Next time she's in there. And he happened to see it. And he's like, I can't say much, and pointed at his shirt. And he's like, I haven't seen her in a while. So I'm assuming she's clear.
Yeah, because they're saying that she was there. Yeah.
So that would put her, if she's clear, at a perfect comeback for All In London.
I hope so. I felt bad that she missed it or she got hurt there.
Yeah. So fingers crossed that she'll be in London come that day.
All right. So I guess it's like this. We're still seeing Fallout. We're gonna get more info about All In. Did last week's Cage and also the show overall AEW, did it get you feel like you're more invested into All In, or still needs some work to do? What do y'all say?
I mean, again, me just wrestling in general, I'm gonna watch it. But as far as certain stories, certain parts of the show, yes, it got you invested. To me, it got invested. Especially like Swerve, and even the little bit with Hangman he did in that match.
Oh.
It was like, okay, that rivalry's still there. And of course, the Bucks and Acclaimed. But I don't know, because Swerve's working Brian, right?
Mm-hmm. That's at All In. That's that's at Wembley.
Yeah. So I don't know. They've still got to do something there, to me, because I don't think they've built that match enough.
Okay. What do you say, Ladarius?
I'm kind of with Jerry. I'm going to, I may, invest and watch it, but there's always work to be done. to me, there's always kind of work to be done. And like, Jerry mentioned, with Swerve, it's like you're there, but it feels like something is off, or it feels like something is. It's like a puzzle that's missing maybe a piece or two, while it may seem like minute or but I feel that if you add that piece or so, that piece or two, I think I think you'll get to the objective. It's going to be interesting all in. It's going to be, I think it's kind of, we're going to see this card develop very nicely. And like I said,
Mm-hmm.
it would, if we kind of do see, if we see Jamie Hayter at All In, which to me checks a whole lot of boxes.
Yeah.
It's gonna, to me, make it that much better to me, because look, like I said it in the previous segment, like, to me, the booking with Tony Khan and how he does the women, that's a whole, that's a couple of chapters in a book I would write about how I feel about that. But
no, I'm with you.
Like adding Jamie Hayter, you got it. It's how you pull it off. It's how you get it right. Because if you do it right, it's going to be something pretty special. It's going to be something pretty good. But if it kind of slips up in any capacity, you kind of, so that's why I said the addition of Camille is great. I think we see Jamie Hayter All In is going to be even better. I'm just curious to see, like, I'm already hyped for Mariah May and Toni Storm. Like, you don't have to
me too.
You don't really have to sell me on anything else. I mean, if there was like a match I could pick on that card and go, nah, I think that's one I'll circle. It's that one. Like, there may be a couple of matches on there that may need like a little fine tuning in terms of building.
Mm-hmm.
But you give me Mariah May, you give me Toni Storm at All In. That's all I need. That's all I need. You sold me. Like, you don't have to twist my arm. I'm convinced. So if anything, I feel that like maybe like the whole Swerve, like Jerry mentioned, you could kind of do something there. But overall, the card it's pretty much there in terms of building.
All right. I have my thoughts on a lot of this stuff, but my thing is this. When it comes to Mariah May and Toni Storm, I'm not looking at it as a pee break match. That's for sure. I am looking at this as probably one of the most anticipated matches in the show. I am concerned about Britt and Mercedes, but seeing Camille there, I'm going to hold room. I think they've already got a deep women's roster. We're seeing Statlander and Willow. I mean, there's still many more women in there. Thunder Rosa, Deonna Purrazzo is not even being mentioned at half the time.
Sure.
And they were, Deonna Purrazzo held it down in TNA for a long time as the women's champ. And then you have Thunder Rosa, who had that really good run. And then, she got hurt, but it's almost as if, not forgotten, but just not really even looked at. So that's where I'm kind of, like that with it. And then let's also remember, one of the most dominant women in their locker room, Athena, only works in Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
And oh my God, she's amazing, by the way. I would love to see her get more.
While I was waiting on you, I was watching YouTube and I saw a clip of her and Swerve working each other. And he drove her through a fucking door with a Swerve stomp.
See, like I said, I really do appreciate Athena. I think she's something special. She really is. So, all right. So we'll move on from that. Go over to, I don't know if y'all saw it. We're going to talk about the news portion first because, first of all, SmackDown was wash and repeat. We got, although Bloodline, we got to see, Fatu and Tama Tonga. I think maybe they're listening to us, guys, because they don't want Tamaloa to botch another low blow. So this eye injury should be okay. But then also, Bailey destroys the Women's in the Bank, Money in the Bank briefcase of Tiffany. I got thoughts on that when we discussed our predictions for SummerSlam. So, but Monday Night Raw was the big show. But, coming from a lot of the news area, Shane McMahon supposedly met
I saw that
with Tony Khan at an airport office. So, look, I have my thoughts. I got to ask you guys because I want to know what y'all's thoughts are because I want to make sure that we kind of get one accord to half the time.
Look, tell Zordon to hold on a minute. You're busy.
Look, man. I mean, look, I get it. The town needs you. You got to save it. But look, I've put mine on ignore, so me and you can save the day later.
Wait, what did I do? Whoa.
Your damn communicator's going off over there.
Well,
please hit the like button, y'all. Smash it, please. We appreciate it. Thank you, Dixon
and
Way.
Share.
Yes, and share us, and also shave your chairs.
and
gimmick your sticks.
Yes,
and get called out for not putting your phone on clearly when you're trying to handle this. Yeah.
Although it did sound like Zordon was calling you. No offense, but I'm down with that.
I can't legally say who's calling me or not, but if I got to morph out of here, then you know what happened.
Anyways, about the Tony Khan and Shane McMahon thing, which I mean, there's been another rumor that they're going to buy into AEW, him and Vince, or buy AEW in general.
Wow, that. All right.
Which I don't believe. I could see Shane doing it. But I don't believe in Vince doing it because Vince is done.
Yeah, okay. All right, yeah.
I could see Shane buying into it to be a part of it. And this is me thinking outside of the box as far as at one time the company was going to be Shane's. And now it's not.
All right, WWE. Yeah, I get that. I get that.
And now it's not.
Yeah.
It's
the games.
Yeah, it's literally Triple H and Stephanie's outside of TKO. It's the game.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I don't see him coming in as a active role anymore. Maybe a backstage like a producer or an on-air, like an on-air authority figure maybe, but
dude, I just need to hear the money.
I don't see him working in any capacity.
Man, yeah.
Because I mean, let's be honest, his track record's not the best.
I mean, he did make Raw Underground.
Well, yeah, but his in-ring work is not the best track record.
I don't know, man. Those potatoes are pretty tough.
It's usually full of stiff shots and knocking himself out.
And that's Jerry talking, folks.
But yeah, I don't see him being in a working capacity, maybe an on-air authority or a backstage producer or something like that. But yeah.
I guess the question is, do you want to see it?
I will be the first to tell you I was a Shane McMahon fan as a kid, but I don't want to see him in the ring.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. What about you, Ladarius? I want to hear this. I want to hear you, so go ahead. Go for it. Floor is yours.
The floor, I don't know about owning the floor. That seems expensive. Now, I don't think it's in the budget. No. To me, I lean toward what Jared. I think Shane being involved in wrestling because it all makes sense. But like I say, all intents and purposes, it kind of felt like, well, Shane was going to kind of be the guy. Maybe him and Stephanie maybe kind of take the reins, kind of keep it in the
Yeah.
In that perspective, all of a sudden Triple H, Paul Levesque comes in, does whatever, and Shane's kind of squeezed out, intentionally or not. I'm not going to speculate one way or the other. I'm not going to sit there and dog Shane as a worker because he, how can I phrase it? Listen, he's no world. He's a great athlete given what he is.
Yeah,
I'll put it that way.
he did shit most of the other ones wouldn't do.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, my guy's falling off of ladders, falling off top of scaffold. Listen, anybody else probably like thanks or no thanks.
Yeah,
Took a suplex with a glass.
got his nuts electrocuted by a battery.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that.
Yeah. If you tell some, I want to know if Kane says that, if he runs, like he's the mayor. Oh, yeah, excuse me. Yeah, Mr. Mayor, we have some footage of you putting electricity on somebody's testicle. Yeah, we got the footage here. How'd you get it? Don't worry about it.
The network, bitch.
Yeah. Hey, don't worry about it. It's public domain. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, quite literally.
And Kane's like, God dang it! I thought I told Vince to erase that one.
Yeah, and we're not even going to show the whole leader thing because that might not get you elected ever again. But so that's if we use the word unelectable, I think that's. But I mean, you and Snitsky putting the kid and you doing you did the leader. It's not great. It's not great. I'm not saying you wrote the stuff you did, but
don't bring my ex-wife into this.
Like, hey, I'm just the guy who shows the tape. I'm not the guy who writes the stuff. Like Barry Miller, he sung "I write the songs" and he didn't write the song. That's the irony. That's how this kind of feels. This irony. But circling back to the point about Shane.
Yeah.
Shane as an authority figure is interesting because when he was that on SmackDown, specifically when he was on SmackDown, I kind of liked him in that role as the SmackDown general manager. I kind of liked him in that role. So him as an authority figure, I'd be fine with. It would not make any sense in the world, given how bloated the AEW roster is, to have him compete in any capacity. Put him on screen if you want to. Have him work backstage. Basically have an adult who somewhat knows how to book, to have help with booking. That having Shane McMahon back there is not the worst idea in the world. So, yeah, I could see I wouldn't be against it as long as he doesn't need to be in the ring anymore. It's not even because of his age. It's just that given the roster, I don't see how you make it work because it wouldn't make sense for him at this point in time. Just let him work backstage, like be a producer, be like an authority figure, which we kind of haven't seen. We see Tony Khan on stage, authority figure. My guy has a neck brace. So next thing you know, on television, selling the neck brace. But having an authority figure would be something interesting if AEW kind of does go that route.
All right. Here's what I want to say about it. It's like this. Morbid curiosity, I would love to see Shane back. I actually felt like before this whole elite drama stuff, they should have tried to have had talks with Shane so that they could have Shane in the corner of the elite. Who's the man that is making these guys feel this power hungry and how smart and to get away from all this stuff that's happening. It would be like a guy like Shane. So I could see that. It would actually have worked well. I don't want Shane as like an authority figure. I kind of want Shane as the heel. I just, that would be my, if we were to have this, I would want that. Because I'm going to go here. If you could get Shane McMahon, why not use Shane McMahon to the nth degree, as in you got to get heat. Yeah. You got to get guys, you got to get people talking. I'm sorry. Yeah, Will Ospreay and MJF, great match, but people weren't talking about how wonderful the match was. You had people complaining about how long it was. You had people complaining about the end of the match or the oxygen. You take it what you get. My thing is, if Tony Khan is actually serious about it, I wouldn't look at Shane as talent. I would look at him as management. I would look at him as a guy that can help solidify your stuff. Just watching the WCW, who died or who killed it, the guy was talking about Snyder, who said, look, WWE had a guy where the buck stops with him. That's what the other company didn't have. Well, can you say that the company would, guys at AEW would stop if Tony Khan told them to? They would pet him on the head and still hit the person with the chair, or whatever. I mean, how many times we're seeing guys getting dropped on their heads and people still getting injured in AEW too? I mean, also, the injury rate for AEW is getting crazier, and I don't even know how to make sense of it. Because I would thought if you don't work much, you shouldn't get hurt. But then,
right?
Yeah, you would think that.
Yeah, you would, but it makes you go, man. WWE, they kind of do teach you how to be take care of yourself, apparently, because these guys can't do it.
No, they can't.
We'll definitely talk about SummerSlam, because one of the guys heading to, we think, the main event, or should be the main event, is CM Punk. And there's a lot of conversations about basically, can he hold up? How are you feeling about the SummerSlam? So let's just talk like this. SummerSlam's coming up. 4 o'clock is the pre-show. People are losing their minds. Let me remind folks of this. Yes, 4 hours. Yes, they said 8. Here's the deal. 4 hours, but 3 hours is going to be a pre-show. No matches yet. If they do matches, I guarantee it'll start around 6 when those come in.
Yeah.
Now, the show's going to start at 7. At 7, we have a show. Will be about 3 hours. Then you'll have a post show, which will be about 1 hour. Calm your nerves. I know people want to.
You're looking at like 9 hours worth of fucking television time.
Yeah. And and my thing is this: the pre-show, I get the banter stuff. It's cool, but my thing is this: we do that enough. But my thing is, all they're going to do is just show how we got to this point. Yeah. And I have to ask, because I've watched Monday Night Raw. Jerry, me and you were conversating, and I was trying to ask you what you thought, Ladarius, but my thought was this. What has happened to the go-home shows? It's almost as if they just have lost that, get you over that edge that you just got to see it that next night, because it has not been like that for the past year or a while. So,
I get
like WrestleMania was close.
I guess I'll just say this, and we'll take up the time. But what I will say is, I think complacency can be an issue, where you kind of feel like we're WWE, like, well, you kind of know what's going to happen, so we don't have to hype it up any more than. And I think sometimes complacency can be the enemy of production. And I think in this case, you should be wanting to, especially when it's one of your big four. Mm-hmm. Like if this was the pre-show to, let's say, like Bad Blood, I'm not gonna sit here and be upset about it. No disrespect to the pay-per-view, but we're talking. If this is one of your major PLEs, you would think that you can't coast on the fact, oh well, we did the work 2 weeks ago, so now this week we can just kind of do a hype show, or just kind of throw in a match or two of people who are not going to be on the card.
Right.
Mm-hmm. To me, it's complacency. It's like this. Like when you look at the award season, the Oscar, all the award shows are hyped up before the award ceremony. Yeah. Why? Because you want to get eyes on the product, and there's no complacency. Because listen, the Oscars could coast. The Oscars been around damn near 100 years. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, this is the Oscars. Here it is. The movies and the categories. Same thing with the Grammys. Same thing with the Tony Awards. Any other award show. And I think that kind of falls similar here. I feel like it's fallen flat for about a year. I could argue 6 months to a year. It's like, like WrestleMania felt like, well, that kind of built itself, and I understand that because of the magnitude of that of the event. But when we're talking SummerSlam, It's about getting people invested, and I feel like on SmackDown, what we're getting, two tag team title matches, I think are highlighting for SmackDown.
Yeah,
which is fine. I'm not against it, but how are you gonna, for somebody who's kind of on the fence on watching SummerSlam? Because some people, I'm not saying no one's gonna not watch it, but how do you convince? There's stuff to do. You can still do something because the product doesn't feel. And I think the big issue is complacency. It's well, this is what we got. You all know about CM Punk. You all know about the Drew, that dynamic, with Seth. And, you didn't kind of see that. And else, on SmackDown, I doubt you'll get that the night before SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I doubt you may get that either. Because I would think having the complement of a show on Friday and having a PLE on Saturday will kind of you hype it up. Do something, but I just think that complacency to me. I took up too much time, but to me, it's just complacency. That to me, I've noticed man, they're just not saying they're not trying, they're just resting on their laurels and right, here it is. You know how great it's going to be. So this is just a show. We're going to put on some matches that couldn't fit on the SummerSlam card because Triple H is trying to condense the card as humanly possible. To kind of maximize, so you can't, because like I said, there's literally every title on Raw and SmackDown is going to be on the line.
Yeah.
So the only ones that aren't going to be are the tag belts. So we'll just put that on. You know what? We'll just put the SmackDown. We'll just put it on Friday. It's going to be fine. We'll give something to people to watch. It's just
yeah.
Go ahead.
No. I want to throw this out there because you brought something up about SmackDown. So there's 2 tag title matches that's supposed to be happening on Friday night, which is DIY versus Bloodline, and then Jade and Bianca versus Isla and Booty Girl. By the way, Booty Girl, I love you. Isla, you are amazing. Fire. My hat's off to you. God, watch NXT. Oh, I'm just saying. You got to watch NXT. It's a beautiful fishnet. I mean, it was a beautiful sight.
I like how Jared's arms folded like he's not impressed.
Yeah, Jared's
trying to show off the muscle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's kind of getting swole because he knows we're going to be talking about Rhea and everything.
We can do that on this show?
Yeah. We could do that. Hold on.
Yeah.
But
oh wait, hang on.
Got it.
I'll be right. I gotta get some tape. I'll be right back.
My little.
Yeah, your raisins. All right. So for 310, hold on. So WWE decided to split the tag belts. So now we have 3 sets of tag belts. Not one has been defended in any of the PLEs since WrestleMania. I mean, yeah. I know rumors are that the Machine Guns are supposed to sign with WWE, and also apparently now Penta and maybe Phoenix, maybe their contracts or Phoenix's contract is up now. They said he might be coming to WWE, as well as Daniel Garcia. So that's just rumor mill.
We'll see this.
Yeah, I hope not. I mean,
I would like to see this.
Yeah, I will say this: we will see Garcia.
I'm sorry, Jerry. I didn't see that. My
yeah. We had a glare. What was that, Jerry? Jerry, was that? Were you trying to do the Garcia?
There was a glare. No, you're doing the prison. No, that's not what.
No, you're doing the Donna.
I know here between this.
Yes.
There's a
look. We're two big guys. We know what this is, but we don't. This isn't.
Listen,
this. I mean, come to say
experience doing this and this, so we know what it means.
You know what this is, Ladarius. You know what this is. Jerry is finally we're rubbing off on Jerry. You're going to see it soon. He's going to start singing "I Believe" very soon. Oh, yeah. I believe he will. I mean, it's all good, Jerry. You can.
Negative Ghost Rider.
Yes, you will. You were part of that fan club with Booker.
I walk with Elias.
Yeah. Well, that's what Joe Henry cost him his job.
Excuse me, Elijah.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah,
you don't want to walk with Elijah.
Yeah, keep walking to the middle of nowhere.
I love that fucking gimmick.
I know you do. He always has. That's not
I've
a
got the
joke.
T-shirt to prove it.
Yeah, he's building a case. As the prosecution, folks, he has the shirt. I don't think I should do anything more here.
We really need prayer.
I have the Walk with Elias tour shirt from that time they came to Atlanta.
Hey, listen, hey, you ain't gotta convince us. We believe.
Hey, at least you know what though? We know one thing: Joe Henry could play guitar.
Yeah,
as well as let that guitar hit him in the back.
Yeah.
But anyway, and by the way, what a beautiful concert!
I took one to
it was
face.
great. By the way, Gallus should be suspended for interrupting that concert. It wasn't right.
I mean,
Gallus I need to buy Gallus a pint.
No.
Look, all I gotta say is there is an eerie resemblance to Zeb Coulter and Joe Coffey. I'm just saying. It needs to now be said.
If we had
I only saw like the last 30 minutes of NXT, so I don't know.
Yeah, when he showed the picture, I'm like, yeah.
And I didn't see any of SmackDown because I was too busy watching
Joe
Deadpool.
You're
a
fine.
lot like
I got not just that, but you got to see the Rascals Treehouse in NXT. That was funny. They did a Treehouse in NXT.
Did they have the smoke?
No smoke, but they implemented it later. But you got to watch it. It was hilarious.
It's enjoyable. It was a show for the whole family.
And I got to go.
Like Jada Parker. It was a show. It's for the whole family.
Even Thea. I mean, you'll see a black screen, but Lash Legend was very excited. Something almost popped out of her top. I'm just saying. I mean, but that was because I looked.
That's happened a couple of times already.
Oh, I know, and I got to go here. Lash Legend, or I appreciate the work in trying to cover, but the camera crew did a damn good job.
Constantly doing this.
Yeah, she was doing that at the time when Isla hit her with the move like a somersault.
Yeah,
and you kind of saw, and then black screen, and then so I was like,
well, it happened to
Chef.
who was
Chef
it? I think it was
said no.
Tiffany.
no, Keela. No, yes, Kalani, the NXT
No,
champ.
I'm talking about it like a couple weeks back or something. It
That was Kalani. I thought Kalani versus Sol Ruca.
Yeah.
I think it happened to Tiffany too, though.
Oh, it could have been Tiffany also.
Yeah,
but I remembered the title match because someone actually showed it, the unedited version. But anyway, look, it was a beautiful match.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. It was kind of like it was your Gone with the Wind moment. Yeah. Cinematic.
All I saw were the angels flying. That's all I saw. I was like, whoa.
Was he flying? I can't confirm or deny that.
Let's just put it this way. I salute you. Thanks for all your help. But
more Joe Henry right after this.
I know. But yeah, Joe Henry I thought was pretty awesome. I thought they had some pretty good matches.
Yeah.
I've never been big on the Heritage Cup. And I got to go here. That Tavion Heights.
Oh my God, that
dude! Him and freaking the Don. Yeah. I'm not a big Tony D guy, but that was a good match between those two. I thought that was good. Like I was very impressed.
Like if there is someone to look out for to invest in, because someone put on Twitter, listen, buy some stock in Tavion Heights. Listen, I'll buy whatever stock. He just when you watched it. Like there's something there. Someone compared it to like that's what Gable Stevenson could have been, which is interesting.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I actually agree because
I thought about it. I'm like, that's what I kind of expected. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty. The Olympian and like that makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, and by the way, Nor Quarters catch. Now that David Kemp, whose contract expired, that's why he's gone. But Dempsey, dude, you keep doing this. If you keep showing that you're William Regal's son, you're going so many places. Because I swear, you are cracking me up half the time. I mean, it's just his face, his reactions, and he's just like, oh. I mean...
We get it. We know who you are.
Yeah, or it's like, dude, we know you're his son. But you know what I'm waiting for now next? Him and his son to be together doing the same facial and same reaction. Oh, what do I do, Dad? I don't know. Hit her with the brass knucks. Bugger off, D. But I really have enjoyed NXT, and the Rascals I enjoyed. I can't wait because apparently they're going to go. MSK is supposed to go against Nathan and Axiom. People are saying that looks like Nathan may do a heel turn, which would be good. Not going to be mad. I kind of want to just see Wesley and
Zach.
Is it Zach? Okay, because I was trying to remember because I thought his name was Travis, but I couldn't remember. So, but Zach, I want to see them get the tag belts because of that whole crap that happened
with Zach. Yeah,
yeah. I want to see him like a redemption story, and let's be honest, it would be kind of cool to see Rascals defending the tag titles. I mean,
not even that. It'd be the first time that an outside company employee has held WWE title.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I like it. I like what they're doing. They are.
Yeah.
And then Ethan Page, by the way, if you haven't been watching with him and Oro, just watch it. I mean, now they're doing this 1, 2, 3 thing, which I'm not too thrilled with, but yet the only reason I'm like really hooked with it is because of Ethan Page carrying all of it.
Yeah.
He's just making this look so easy. But yeah, hey, another NXT guy or another AEW guy going over, and he goes in NXT and he's getting pushed good. So I'm happy for him. Trick is going to be wrestling Pete Dunne. I don't know if y'all saw this. Pete Dunne actually they did a promo with him, talked about why he did what he's done to Sheamus. He's only asked for advice by one person. That was Sheamus. And then I ended up playing a bit role, and I had to be called Butch. And I'm going, I love this.
Yeah.
This is and all his partners keep breaking down, but he doesn't. And it showed Sheamus, it showed Rich, and then it showed Tyler, and then here's Pete Dunne. He goes, I got mugged by 3 guys when I was 12 years old, and I still went to the wrestling show and showed up. I'm like, damn it, that's just some crap, Jerry. It's like, kid, people don't like you. All right, well, I'm still going to wrestle.
I don't give a fuck.
Hold on. You know what, Ladarius? I think we now know who's Jerry's spirit animal is. It's really Pete Dunne, actually. I mean, I can see the resemblance.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
I mean,
see that.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I can see that.
I
can see that. I can see that. I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. We can see it. Oh.
You can't say you don't learn anything here, Jerry. You learn.
You're part of the learning tree, pal. You're part of our branches.
Hashtag it's bigger than wrestling.
Yeah, brother. We're a family. We're a triad here.
Yeah.
That's enough for today.
And then we're going to talk about your favorite person, CM Punk. All right. So let's go for this because I've been. All right. So how did y'all feel? Because Monday Night Raw, I wasn't going to watch. I was going to rewatch, but then I saw Seth's outfit for his refereeing look, and then I saw, or not even saw, I heard the Wyatts unmasked, and I went, wait, what? Lewis looked sick. Wait, what? Oh, hell! Wait a minute. Well, how did you show up? Wait a minute. The Creeds just won a match. All right, hold on. I got to watch this.
Yeah.
I was talking to him the whole time.
Yeah, and he's like, "Did you see?" I was like, "I just heard." So they did? Yeah.
So wait. Let's back up. So nobody talked to me. Got it.
Whoa! Don't do that. I messaged you. You left me on red. Don't do that.
I'm talking about Jerry. I'm not talking about you.
Oh, okay. I'm nobody.
I have you on Facebook.
Well, I mean, we're in the group.
We're in the group.
I just added you to TikTok and Instagram.
So it feels like you're not blaming me, Jerry. You're not doing that. Just, I know what reflection. I know what reflection theory is. I know what you're doing.
Anyway,
we all love each other.
We look in the mirror. And I know we look the same. I get that. I know we look the same. This is actually red. It's just the red in the background is covering up this.
Look! I just said you guys are like identical. I can't ever take you.
Yeah, I'm always. Hey, aren't you Jerry? They're like, no, that's
my brother over there in Georgia.
It is in Georgia. I have family there. He's there. It's all confusing.
Everyone says we look alike.
We went to a McDonald's and it's chaos.
Hey, you! What?
Excuse me? I'm enjoying my nuggets here. What do you want?
Don't interrupt me in my nuggies.
Sweet and sour or barbecue?
I just want an autograph. You know what? I'll give you an autograph. Man, some of that sauce. How much those nuggets? Yeah, I want the 40. Yeah, you get those. That's your autograph. You have a pen? Oh, I don't need a pen. I just sign it in sauce. Now,
Yeah, like French fry and barbecue sauce.
You know what? You even keep the French fry.
Yeah, you can have that French fry.
Put it on eBay. I don't care what you do with it.
Hold on, that's too sweet. Hey, you have the honey mustard.
But yeah, I saw Raw. To me, Raw overall was pretty good.
Okay.
The whole thing with Judgment Day and Liv. I see Liv turning into that crazy stalker chick.
Look. Someone must help Liv. She's a beautiful woman. All right. She needs our hands to support her in only affirm ways. And
my hands are full with Mama's lingerie.
Look. First of all, let's also call it like it was. Y'all notice, with Liv in the picture, Judgment Day was our favorite comedy show. I mean, we were having jokes. Carlito was saying cool. I mean, everyone was happy. Maybe not Dominic, but still everybody was happy. Damian was losing his mind because he's trying to raise Dominic, but still that doesn't matter.
But yeah.
But then Mommy shows up.
Hey, don't disrespect Mommy.
Oh no. I gotta do this. I have to keep it wheels up. Okay. I gotta keep it straight down that line.
Here.
I might take it over here, but I'm taking it somewhere. And Ladarius has got my back. Because I gotta go here. With Liv, it was a little bit more free going, a little bit more happiness was around. Mommy, it was lame. Damian Priest was lame. And their interactions, lame. And I'm looking, I'm going, it's almost like they were sucking the life. And then not only that, Judgment Day's clubhouse gets destroyed. The PS5 gets murdered. And let me tell you something.
Crazy.
Hold on. But that PS5 only brought joy and happiness. And then when you took that away, you saw how Carlito wept. He felt for this. This man never knew what love was until he had a PS5. And you're going to tell me that he didn't need... Oh, well, he should have taken care of it. This man has been trying to give family advice. And you took the one love from his heart, which was the PS5. I mean, look how hard... We're going to replace this, right? He was ready to cry. And no one ever noticed that Finn Balor's face never got messed with. But that's just another story for another day.
Look, I sent you something earlier on TikTok.
Yeah, I got to get to that one.
You see that? You got to watch that. I'll send it to you too, Ladarius.
Yeah, because...
But you got to watch
all of this now. I'm doing all of this now.
But anyways,
go ahead. I'll tell you all my stuff. Go ahead.
It zoomed out and Dominic's picture was behind Liv on the trailer.
That was funny.
Yeah, but to get to the Wyatt thing, you saw him come out, you saw him go to the ring, and they get on the apron, and you just see Eric look, and then he just, and it was the first time that you've seen Joe Gacy at all since he came back, because they didn't do a video on Joe.
No.
Which, speaking of the videos, that's the first time Dexter's talked.
Yes.
Granted, he only said the word "run," but that is the first time you've heard Dexter talk at all. and you get to see, Nikki without her mask. You get to see Dexter, Eric, and Joe. And it's just like, holy shit, something's happening here. Like, holy fuck. And then they attack. And man, that fucking pop up power bomb that he gave fucking Dexter onto the Creeds.
That was nuts.
That was crazy. But yeah, anyways.
All right,
I just sent it to you too, Ladarius.
Did y'all see my Cody Raheem Rose little video? I thought that was beautiful, man. Cody, he respects his heritage. Let's just put it that way. All right. Look, I'm just saying, man, he does. All right, especially the melanin. Let's all remember that. All right, Ladarius, what were your thoughts on? Let's just start from the beginning. We had our guy Seth Rollins in the most poofy of referee outfits. Is this a pass, or are we do we still expect booty shorts and crop top? This is number one. But two, Seth Rollins introduced morons. What did you think about Seth, and then the whole segment as a whole? We'll go around the horn.
Well, first of all, we got to talk about the outfit first, because that's clearly the most important aspect of this whole So, I know there's two other people in the ring. Yeah, they're important. They're a big deal. But
that outfit.
Like, I'll put it this way. If this was on Netflix, it would have been booty shorts. But, you got to say something for the audience. You got to maybe tease, like, this is the shirt. This may not be the pants. So, this may not even be the shirt. But you're teasing what it could be. So you're kind of you're keeping the audience intrigued, as any great referee would do.
Someone that always would make sure that the match is not about them.
Yes, it's if you see confetti and a fur coat and big red boots, it's not about him. It's about two people who don't like each other. And that's the focus. The referee is there to do the 1, 2, 3, and to do the job that he was sworn to do. Now, if his big red boots get involved, hey, things happen.
Oh, they need to.
You literally step on his toes. A big foot at the back of your neck or a curb stomp could be, but he's doing his job. It's not about him. Not about him. As for the overall segment, I think, to me, it just kind of seeing all three of them in the ring, it's kind of like you sense that this is going to be something it's going to be something beyond SummerSlam, obviously.
Yeah.
And like I say, especially, like I say, when Drew had the bracelet.
Oh,
like, let me tell you something. And I think I said this last week or 2 weeks ago. This is an example of, you don't need a title to have a great feud. Like, it's personal. If you can make it as personal as possible, it works. And Drew McIntyre, like I said, his work, chef's kiss. He's made this as personal as humanly possible.
Mm-hmm.
And CM Punk has countered with screwing Drew. I've said it. My guy has screwed Drew in 3 different countries, and racking up frequent flyer miles just to screw this man out of being a world champion. So, to me, and Seth is the perfect person to kind of put into this, because A, it's somebody you trust. It's B, it's somebody who down the road will deliver in a potential match, a potential singles match against Punk or against Drew. I wouldn't be shocked at some point we'll get a triple threat. I wouldn't be shocked if that will be the big concerto to this, at some point. So having Seth involved in it makes it even better, because Seth has beef with both of them, and you really don't know as a referee, he doesn't really care who wins this. Quite frankly, he don't like neither one of them.
Yeah.
To him, it's just, hey, I'm going to make sure, yeah, I'll do my job, but I'm going to still do a little nuanced stuff because what are you going to hit the ref? Like, what do you, like, you he doesn't care. It's not like we've seen in previous, like, special guest referees, man, like the Attitude Era, for example. If you saw Mr. McMahon as a special guest referee in a match with Austin, you can pretty much put the writing on the wall as who Mr. McMahon's going to favor. It's gonna be
Don't know
the
what
Rock.
you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I'm 1, 2, 3. Like, so to me, I think the whole segment was great. It's one of those matches on the card where, you know, that right there with the referee instructions, you built it up a little bit more, and you just know that it's going to deliver because of everybody involved.
Yeah. All right. What do you think, Jer?
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much agree. I saw Seth's outfit, and I honestly thought it was going to be a lot more than what it was when he came out.
He's saving it for Netflix,
and he may be waiting until the pay per view to show the actual outfit that he's
This
gonna
peacock.
But I like.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like
Sorry,
how you're good. I like how Punk kind of like rolled out of the ring.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, I'm better out here than I am in there. And then of course, you know, the bracelet and all that. But Seth adding the fact of, you know, you touch me, the match is off.
Yeah.
That kind of put it to a level to where, okay, these guys
talking Monday Night Raw there, John Brooks. That's what the topic is. We're talking CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Drew McIntyre.
It's like, okay, these dudes really do hate each other, and even the ref, Seth, they hate it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's going to be a good match come pay-per-view, come SummerSlam. And I'm kind of, like you said, I'm kind of interested to see what Seth's going to wear.
Yeah, you know, actions have consequences. That's the whole theme of this. Their actions have now caused Seth to now be the referee. The outfit itself, Lord Seth, is this man. It's like I can only think he needs. Look, if he shows up in anything average, we're all going to be angry. I mean, really, that's what's going to happen. But look, see-through ref shirt, I don't care. I mean, something you got to go crazy with it. But also, CM Punk and Seth's hatred of each other is gonna take it to another level. You know, kind of like how Brett and Shawn hated each other so long. And you know, let's see, it's gonna bring this feud down, or is Seth just blow? Honestly, I think Seth is kind. Well, here's what I'm gonna say about that, because that actually comes to a part I'm saying. Everyone needs to remember, CM Punk has not wrestled in WWE for over 10 years. We're talking about his last singles match was with Mr. Gunn, Billy Gunn, not Austin and Colt. So yeah, exactly. So
Bill Gunn. Got it.
Yeah, Mr. William Gunn, no. Author of 2 young children who he hates now, but that's all right. They hate him too, so it's all good. So because why? Wrestling, that's why. You know, we all do. But honestly, I still think it's going to be all in. It's going to be Okada and Mr. S. That's what I think is going to happen. But anyway, I think Seth was put in to kind of protect Punk because, look, Punk has not been able to stay healthy. And I know we had the freak incident with the foot, and then, you know, he had 2 tricep tears. There's a lot of money at stake here because you want Punk to have matches, multiple matches, not just with Drew. There's going to be a match with Seth coming up. There's got to be. Okay? And I think they want to push it for WrestleMania. I also think there's a conversation going, can he make it to WrestleMania? Yeah. Not Seth. Seth will. We're talking Punk. So I think there's going to be some holding of breath when you see this match. I still keep saying that I think we're going to see Bret Hart, the Bret Hart Undertaker match with Shawn Michaels kind of finish. Why? Well, CM Punk's a big Bret Hart guy, and not only that, Seth Rollins and CM Punk can really generate that kind of heat.
Oh, yeah.
And I think we can. And look, to me, I think Drew McIntyre should win this match. He's been screwed out the main title three different times. This is kind of your opportunity there. And look, the damn bracelet thing, the way he had it, Drew knows what he's doing. Somebody's going to meme it. It's going to take the bracelet away. They're going to have a handful of nuggets and saying, what are you fighting for? It's going to be the nuggets. So, this is something that can be done. What did y'all think about some people saying that Punk didn't look engaged or the crowd wasn't responding to him? Because I know the crowd wasn't minutes for some reason.
They were kind of responding. It's just
they were slow. It felt like they were slow. That's my
and I don't think it was all Punk. I think it was just that crowd.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to.
I mean, that happens. Like you get crowds no matter where you go that are not going to be engaged.
Yeah,
like I can work. Like last week, I worked a show. Okay, the crowd's great. I work a show this weekend. It could be dead. Like it's just.
Especially when it's like that part where he's like, and everybody here everybody for 10 years was saying, chanting my name. And I almost wanted to go, Phil, do you need to tell them your name so they can remember?
Right.
Or it's like,
somebody put up a sign.
Somebody. JC, where you're at?
Put a damn teleprompter on the damn Titantron.
Now, don't show it.
Put my name on the screen.
And by the way, I got to give Phil, because you know what, he is just not just Seth is a little meanie bastard where he said where he'll screw someone if he needs to. CM Punk, man, loves to troll the hard cam side.
Oh yeah,
that man. I mean, golly, AEW. I hope you're proud of yourselves. So
it's all their fault.
Oh, I know. All right, what did y'all?
Real quick before we go.
Go ahead.
It has been announced that Matt Hardy is going to be at GCW August 2nd and is wrestling Nick Gage.
Wait.
Yeah.
Broken Matt.
My thoughts too.
Is it Broken Matt? Is it?
It just says Matt Hardy. That's all it says. It says Nick Gage versus Matt Hardy, August 2nd, GCW.
Pour me a double, Ladarius. Oh my God. Nick Gage? I thought he wasn't wrestling anymore. Yeah, I know who he is.
He's still wrestling.
Oh my God. Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Oh God. Well, pour one out. Look, we know one thing. Someone's going to bleed.
Now, my question is, though, because Gage is bad about using light tubes, I don't think Matt's going to do them. I mean, I could see Matt taking a pizza cutter or thumbtacks, but I don't see him taking fucking light tubes.
Is Rebel going to... Did Rebel give her... Did Rebby give the... I'm sorry.
Probably not. Anyways, back to our programming.
Woo! Let's put it this way, guys. If you ever want to start a fight, just say, well, honey, I'm going to wrestle this guy named Nick Gage. He said he's a safe worker. He's just like Goldberg, they told me.
I mean, he only died for 5
only
minutes.
A few minutes. Not that long. You know who Nick Gage is, right? Well,
Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't know. I'd rather ask.
Look,
some people
not
don't know.
everybody,
I work at a news desk. I know people.
Everybody watches deathmatch wrestling.
We had a guy that would tell us that he was the Death King.
That he was the deathmatch king.
Yeah, he was the deathmatch king. His role model was Nick Gage. And then there would be moments he was like, let's do a trampoline with barbed wire.
I mean, I wanted to do that too.
Yeah, you did. But my favorite part was he was like, so what are we going to do? I said, well, just dive in head first. You know, you the Death King. Jerry loved it. Everybody loved it. And he went, but I might get hurt.
What?
He sat down on it. He didn't even bump. He sat down.
Yeah, he just put his ass on it. That's it. He didn't even. Yeah, no.
Yeah. I remember Nick Gage. I think I saw him on AEW, if I'm not
Yeah, he wrestled
Yep.
Jericho.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember that match. Yeah, I saw light tubing and
Yeah, they use light tubes and panes of glass, and
yeah.
God, I don't know. I mean, the glass he could probably use. I don't.
he could use the panes. Yeah, because I mean,
Yeah.
as long as Matt's wearing a shirt, he'll be fine. The light tubes, though, those are going to be a little tricky, unless Matt is hitting him with them.
Now, is this GCW? You said
Yes, this is GCW, Game Changer
So-
Wrestling.
this is the one that Mark Cardona is also a part of, right?
Yes,
Huh.
he
I'm
is
wondering.
the
Commissioner,
Indie general manager.
Yeah. Look, this man gets hurt.
Excuse me, the Indie God Deathmatch King general manager.
Hold on. This man gets hurt, and he still creates gimmicks for himself.
Oh, dude,
You can't stop this man's hustle, Matt Cardona.
Everywhere.
All right, hold on real quick. Let me just do this real quick, and we'll move on to our next subject. The whole Seth, you can't touch me, I can touch you is so childish. Like, sounds like Vince would write it. Okay, makes sense. Seth's a little kid, sounding cheese. Okay, and then he follows it up with Drew is carrying this feud with Punk. Seth isn't helping this feud. Seth is cheesy. Seth needs to go to be. All right, here's all I'm going to say to this, John Brooks. Okay. I'm not going to say Seth isn't cheesy. I'm with you that I actually can agree there. But the whole childish or the whole, Drew is this feud. If it wasn't for Drew McIntyre, we don't know how this feud actually goes to.
He's literally
he's the catalyst to this thing.
He's the motor in the car. That's
Yeah.
No, not y'all.
Okay. And, I mean, so look, and Punk, and all I'm saying is Punk hasn't, we got to see him get past this hurdle.
Yeah.
Now, as far as Seth going heel, it wouldn't surprise me if he could turn heel here. But we got to see how the crowd responds to CM Punk.
Yeah.
Because if the crowd don't cheer for Punk, that's going to tell you where it needs to go.
Right.
So, but I'm pretty confident the crowd will. It's just, I'm just like, I do understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
But it's, in my view, I don't see it. To me, I see Seth being in this match as a kind of a help. So you're not so focused. Because basically what's going to happen now, you don't have to worry about countouts. You're not, he ain't going to disqualify anybody.
Right.
He probably is going to let, the match go.
Yeah.
And you get to do more of a brawl, which you don't have to worry about doing as much wrestling, so you don't have the risk of hurting yourself. That's where I think it's going to come from.
Exactly.
Yeah. And, I think,
Look at what I just sent in the group chat.
Okay, yeah. Let me get that from you here. Give me a second. Just waiting for Jerry's group chat to come in. Did you hit enter?
Yeah, I sent it. I sent it in our group chat plus the Wrestling 101 thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I see it. So let's see here.
Okay.
I just saw Mercedes' head.
Yep. She said she took the picture of Tony and Shane.
Yeah.
Look, all right, look, we're going to aboard real quick because I'm going to say this again. If you do this right,
Oh, yeah.
you bring Shane in, not only does he manage the Elite, have him with Mercedes, and not only that, you turn Shane McMahon into Eric Bischoff. Do it. That would actually go well. But here's my other thing. You could even have him bring in the Hurt Business. And my fear is this. If the Hurt Business goes to AEW, it's not because I don't want them to do well in AEW. I would love to see them work, period.
Right.
I just don't want them to go to Ring of Honor and be the heel faction.
Yeah.
I want to see.
Or get lost in.
Yeah. I want to see Bobby Lashley. I want to see MVP. I want to see, Shelton Benjamin. Heck, when Hobbs comes back, pair him with Bobby Lashley. You bet. What a veteran young guy right there.
He's pretty much young Bobby Lashley anyway.
Yeah. Pretty much. Exactly.
Pretty much.
He would be MVP with Hobbs over Lashley, or MVP with Hobbs. Who's going to get him over more? That or the penis head guy, Don Fallis guy.
Penis head guy.
That's how he signs his check.
Yes.
I agree. That's why I said it too. And you know what? She could still have strong girl.
Yeah.
God, I can't believe my brain just. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, I mean, he would be. But that could be something different.
Yeah.
Is if you involve the women as well as the men. And let's just say it. If you're really wanting to do a hostile takeover, why not have a McMahon be a part of it? If you can get Shane McMahon.
Yeah.
Just say he's not going to be a face.
No.
The AEW crowd will not treat him as a face.
No, they're going to hate him.
Yeah.
Because his last name is McMahon.
Yeah. So play with it, Yeah, let's put it this way. It'll get a lot more heat than that freaking learning tree crap. And by the way, now that I'm on to that, I'm sorry. I love you, Jerry. But see, I couldn't even get into the Jericho versus or basically Chop City match, Chop Suey.
That's all it was.
Because that's all it was. But I finally heard Jericho's theme music for the first time, the new one. I thought he was still using Judas. So surprise on me. I'm watching, I hear, I'm the learning. Wait, what? And by the way, Big Bill, if I had a Coke Zero to hand you, I'd give it to you or something. Because my God, you're doing God's work. You're the only one doing it. I'm not giving no one else. All right. I don't give that else to anybody. All right. But my God, he was so over the top. And then you had Jericho come out, and I'm just going, is this really a gimmick? Is this the lame tree? The what? Hi guy? Wait, what? Oh, it didn't make me turn the channel. It made me mute the channel and made me not even watch. I was in Instagram the whole time sending you stuff, Ladarius. But yeah, oh my God, that was awful. All right, Jerry's stepped away. So let me ask you, we'll talk about Judgment Day, the first thing, or do you want to keep Judgment Day as a whole thing up to itself? Because they get a lot of coverage.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you because you could definitely break it up into two or look at it. I kind of feel it all kind of ties together to a certain.
They do. And I love that. I love when they do that. They make you feel like, all right, this is what's going on, but in a few minutes, something else going to tie into what just happened.
Yeah. So
I'm with you. All right. So we'll just talk about, you finally got Otis and Tozawa to go against the Creeds. I have one question. Why is Otis and Tozawa still the Academy? Because Chad has a new one now, and he said such. Shouldn't he have said, don't worry, y'all need to come up with your stuff. B team, whatever. That would be great, especially with Boathouse. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to take it to another level. That would be great. But anyway, so yeah, you get the team, you get that match. By the way, the Creeds look really good in their new singlets. Basic black. Nothing too fancy. And I don't remember if they did the Cannonball finisher, but I don't think they did.
No, they didn't.
What did you think of the match? And me and you will discuss, and we'll have Jerry come back when he gets in.
I'm back.
Yeah, I want to address his question first, and if you don't mind.
No problem, because I'm just reading it. I have a question. Why does Roxanne remain in NXT? I mean, Roxanne is running the course in NXT, and I don't see anyone beating Roxanne in NXT. Is basically Asuka in NXT. Okay, you answer it. We'll all answer it if you want, because it's a
great question because what makes the question's great because she technically has experience on the main roster.
Yes.
So she was on. I think she did a couple of match or so on I believe it was SmackDown, and then she was in the Women's Royal Rumble. So
yes,
I'm a part of me believes this has something to do with Stephanie Vacour.
mm-hmm.
I believe that if you take the belt off of I always ask this question: if you take the belt off of Roxanne, who would you give it to right now? Like, and it's not a knock on any of the women in NXT because they're all great. But like, to answer John's question, the number one reason why, because to me, she's basically a major leaguer, essentially what kind of feels like AAA to her.
She's Dolph Ziggler when Dolph went to NXT.
Exactly. That's the perfect analogy. Why is a guy who's someone who's a champion, a world champion at that, doing here? There's a reason, and I believe for this specific reason is that she's there because I do believe that when you look at the roster, no one can beat her. But I kind of essentially feel you could go the Asuka route, or you could kind of go a different route because I think Stephanie Vacour plays a role. I think there will be more competition for her because she's essentially gone through everyone. Everybody. And there is nobody left. The only logical reason is when you look at the women's division on the main roster, how do you fit Roxanne Perez in? That's the question. Yeah. Because how do you put, she's the NXT, multiple time NXT women's champion.
She's, 3 now?
I think it's
2. They said 2, I think.
2.
I remember Booker said that.
So where do you put her on the main roster? If you're putting, because you look at that roster, I talked about, now they're starting to, the women's division can, put things together. But where do you put her? How does she get in the mix? If you do call her up, that's not to say she doesn't deserve to be on the main roster, but we've seen, and I'm not going to drag AEW under the bus again, but we've seen talent go, and then get lost in the shuffle, and then you forget they exist.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even WWE doing it now.
Exactly.
Blair and
some
others, but
like you got Blair Davenport. She was drafted.
By the way, congratulations! Her and Riley got married.
Yeah, and you see her like her
Osborne. Riley Osborne.
He's in the Chase.
He's part of Chase U. He's the one.
Okay.
Yeah, he got a summer vacation, so he
was the one doing
time to get married.
Theo was chasing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Blair got involved and broke that up, and they got married. Well, at least that's what I was told happened.
I mean, I would go for Blair, myself.
Yeah,
she ain't that hot. She ain't like you're kicking. Anyway,
and that's it from the news desk. Back to you. No, but to kind of put a button on John's question, I just think that you keep her there because I think there's at the main roster how would she fit in? Because in terms of story, how would you kind of put her in? And then B, look, I think that you want her to drop the belt to someone to know that NXT Women's Division is in good hands before you do put her in the main roster. She's not going to be there at the next draft. They can call her up after SummerSlam for all we know. Whenever. Yeah. But then she'll have to drop the belt. We've seen it like, the champion fights, NXT champions fight, and then they're still going to NXT the next, that Tuesday. So it's not unprecedented. I just think that Stephanie Vacour, Juliana, I think it's about HBK trying to figure out what does the women's division look like post Roxanne Perez. That's the question.
Yeah,
go ahead.
She's the face of the women's right now for them.
Yeah, it's like, where do you go from there? It's not saying because HBK knows it. Triple H, even everybody in management, you don't have to sell them on the fact that Roxanne Perez is ready. We know she's ready.
Does
it? Yeah.
Booker. Shucky Ducky Booker. No, we're not. No.
We know you trained her. We know you like her. Calm down.
It is funny though. He always is
have a heart attack.
Yeah.
It is funny though. Who's more loyal, Booker or Rikishi to Jey Uso? We'll talk about that in a bit.
God damn.
With Booker, it's like
It's like that over proud dad that shares his kids' accomplishments every single chance that they get.
Watch what I did.
I was a 2-time champion. Book, you're a 5-time champion. I'm in the book. We gotta stop it.
Calm your tits, dude.
Like, listen, we let you Shucky Ducky calm down.
We'll let you get away with that on national television. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, listen, do we have to call Charmel? Do we have to call somebody? Because I feel like we have to.
Don't make me call your mama.
Look, it is funny, though, when Joe Henry called him the president of his fan club. That was great.
Booker T in the kilt. I'm like,
I know, man. He looked good in it. Seth Rollins was jealous. He's like, maybe I can pull that off.
Not the word. Wait, a ref? I can get that in ref plaid, right?
You can get that in tactical. You can get that shit in ref.
Oh, God.
I guarantee you. You can get that shit in tactical, like tactical kilts and shit with pockets and
shield, kilt, hotel.
You can get that shit in fucking ref gear. I'm guaranteed.
Kilt. That's the name of the new gimmick, kilt.
But like I say, like to wrap up answering John's question, I think they're just trying to figure out what they're going to do post Roxanne Perez because they know she's ready. We don't have to be sold on it. It's just like Jerry hit the nail on the head. She's the face of the NXT Women's Division, and that's not a knock. And that's not just because she's the champion. It's just that she's the more recognizable face in that women's division.
She is.
I mean, they could put the title on Thea or Kiana or somebody like that,
Jada or
Jada, but they're not going to have the pull or star power that Roxanne has at the moment.
Right.
And not only that, I think Roxanne is elevating this women's division. I think you now have a mid-card title now, and not only that, they are doing a lot of cool things in NXT, and we talk about it. The whole Jordan Grace infusion was great. Who's to say
we're still getting that on NXT?
Yeah, and who's to say we don't see? Yeah, and who's to say we don't see Jordan come back and get a rematch one time?
Exactly.
And look, we just talked about how the Rascals may win the tag titles, and then they could go to and fro to 2 different promotions, and that would be pretty amazing.
Jordan Grace could be the very same.
I hope so too.
Yeah, you get a rematch.
I gotta go here real quick, and I'll answer John's also. Jordan Grace's contract comes up at the end of in January 2025. I'm going to go here. Not only does she sign, but she's showing up on the main roster because this woman is main roster. I got to see her versus Bianca. I got to. There's too many matches with Jordan Grace that we could see. And look, I think Roxanne's going to be in the main roster by then too.
Yeah.
Because she is also getting right there. I'm with you with Julia and Vakor. Julia announced that August 19th is her last date working in Marigold. And then she'll be showing up to NXT. So we'll see. They already have Stephanie Vakor, so all they're probably trying to do is get her
they're just trying to transition her
transition. Yeah.
Another person to watch out for, Jose the assistant his contract is up from NXT or from AEW. He's the guy that was actually managing Andrade. Watch for him to maybe be a manager or wrestler/manager being paired with Stephanie Vakor. Because
Andrade in what, AEW?
Yeah, he was part of the.
Is it the guy that's been managing? That was managing.
Rouge and No, that's Alex Abrahantes. That's the geek. No, we're talking about Jose. Jose the assistant. He was buff. Trust me, I remember him coming out one time. He took the shirt off him. He was ripped. I was like, Jose, what that? Homeboy looked like he was ready. He was a brick house, bro. He was like ready to take care of some stuff, and they got beat up by Arn Anderson. But that's not story for another day.
Did you see?
Oh, that guy. Okay, yeah.
Oh, I did it, but did you see? I think they showed a picture of with Cody Rhodes in the Call of Duty.
Yes, with the gun. He finally listened to my advice.
Don't even get me started on fucking Call of Duty and WWE.
Oh, no. The best part was Arn Anderson's tweet about it. He finally took my advice.
Bro, they fucked Rhea up so bad.
You know what's crazy? People are saying that that's probably one of the best looking Rheas they've seen.
Nothing like her.
No.
I can't say it either. I'm not going to say it. I'm just saying.
It's like
it looks nothing like Rhea. I haven't seen Cody yet because Cody hasn't came in yet for it.
That was pretty good, especially with the with the.
Oh God, they did him pretty good too.
It looked like he was trying to snipe. I know it was the blood. I don't know what he was doing. But
in the video for Rhea, it looked more like her, but in the actual game, it doesn't.
Oh man.
You see Cody with the gun down, at SummerSlam. We know.
Oh, we know. We just say go for a Raw.
And then you see Arn like in the upper seat, like.
Oh no! You just see Cody, and then Arn. Bam!
Wait, why are we playing the Four Horsemen music? Stop it! No.
Arn on a horse. I'm getting you, mother. We just.
And they book some guitars that they're like, no.
Oh my God. And then Roman comes out after all this. Y'all trying to shoot these guys?
Like, you want me to come out to this? No. Also, you guys have bad blood. I'm not doing this. I'm going back home.
Now you got bad blood. Hey. All right. We were talking about the Creeds versus Otis and Tozawa, and then we were going to eventually get over to the Wyatts. Yeah. What did you think of the match there?
I thought it was pretty good. It is, which I knew they had to do something interesting with the Creeds, considering they just won their Bloodsport matches. That weekend or that Saturday night or Sunday night beforehand. So I knew they had to do something strong with them, and I kind of think they did that because they didn't look weak at all. And that was my worry, is they were going to make them look a little weak coming off of that win.
Yeah, I got you.
But I don't think they did that. I think they kept them strong. Overall, I thought that match was pretty good. And then, of course, the aftermath.
Yeah, which we're going to talk about because I do want, because I got to say, the biggest shocker to me, it's like this. The match itself was good. I was glad to see it. Also, I asked Ladarius, I couldn't remember the finish, but
I don't remember the finish either.
But I do remember that it wasn't the cannonball.
Yeah,
so I'm hoping.
Yeah, I'm about 100% sure it wasn't the cannonball, which I was surprised. But
yeah, I'm actually hoping they're actually taking it out because Jerry keeps bringing it up. But I did want it to look out because when you go heel, maybe you come up with something different, so to transition to that different phase.
In Bloodsport, I know. The way they finished the match is the dude was sitting down, and he basically did a fallout line.
Yeah.
Like right here to the side of the face. And that was how he knocked out, one of them knocked out his opponent.
Yeah. Lawler?
Yeah, I think it was Lawler.
Oh, yeah, because Brutus.
So.
I'm telling y'all, Brutus is going to be something. Everyone talks about Julius, but maybe watch out for Brutus.
As long as he don't do that fucking cannonball bullshit, I'm okay with it.
All right, so let's talk about it.
Unless you're in a swimming pool, yes.
That's different.
Now we have Maxine Dupree standing up for Otis. She got some courage, and she slapped Mr. Gable. I still think Mr. Gable has lawsuits allegations he can have with her for being assaulted by a pixie. But anyway, lights go out.
Into this.
Lights go out, and then we see the Wyatt Six. But then we see, because I had to watch it a couple of times because I even told Jerry this when I saw it. I was like, I don't know if you just saw it. Nikki Cross was unmasked.
Mm-hmm. All of them were.
Everyone was unmasked. Yeah. And then, so you see that, and then you see these other three guys. They take the match, which really made me go, okay, I gotta watch this.
Well, like what caught me, because I wasn't expecting them to take the mask off.
Yeah,
not
same
yet.
Here. Yeah.
At least not all of them. I was expecting, maybe Joe or Dexter to take theirs off, since they're new members, of the Wyatts.
Young boys.
But yeah, young boys. But the fact that they all got up there on one side of the ring like the Wyatts, used to do.
Especially against remember what they did against the Shield.
Right. And then you just see Eric look and then take off the rabbit. So I got chills watching it. I'm getting chills now.
Yes.
And you see the beat down and whatnot, and then you see Nikki come off with the crossbody or whatever she did. I forget what it was.
Senton.
Was it a senton? Okay.
It was a senton.
But again, like you said, I didn't really notice it until after she had landed and was sitting in the corner that she didn't have her mask on either. So now we've seen all of them without their mask, in their gimmicks and whatnot. And I'm kind of feeling Dexter's new look.
Ooh,
especially with the hair. His hair's grown out. It's in dreads. He's got the black X's on his face or his eyes. I like that. So
this is so you. You would be so in this group. I'm not even gonna lie. That's what I thought. Not even gonna lie. I'm like going, damn, Jerry's just a fanboy over this one. This is a pretty damn sick look too. What do you think, Ladarius, about it?
Well, I think Jerry covered it. We can move on. No. That's the news. We'll be right back. Top of the no. To me, it like I said, when I saw Nikki, I said I didn't suspect she was wearing a mask. When I saw her do, I'm like, okay. And then so when I saw Gacy and I saw Rowan and I saw Loomis, and they're on top of the apron, and then and I'm like, oh, we're doing this.
Yeah.
And then what makes it to me, that's why I said I love more when they came in the ring and they did, and you talked about like the power, like the
pop up, yeah.
And then we're gonna see. I think it's gonna be 6-man action on Raw.
Yeah.
Raw after SummerSlam. I'm curious to see how because to me, all three of them can absolutely work. Like, the whole thing, and this is where to me Easter egg was dropped about, especially with Joe Gacy. When he was winding down at NXT, where he kind of felt a little unhinged. Yeah. I'm like, that was kind of a prequel to what was going to happen. We saw it. We talked about with Nikki. Like, we noticed Nikki was just kind of like
dead inside. And how
they had a royal. They had like a battle royal match, and how she just went over, just didn't even try to fight it. It's like she was. They were already getting into character before they got into character.
Yeah, yeah.
And to me, that's what I enjoy about seeing the Wyatt Six here, because you saw what was going to happen, but it still keeps you intrigued. And now I'm more intrigued to see, Gable and the Creeds versus Gacy versus and Rowan and Loomis. And the look on Loomis and hearing Loomis talk, like I heard him talk before because he was on the show. Like I heard him talk. He's on that show Tacoma. What is the Fire?
Yeah, Fire. Yeah, Tacoma.
Yeah. So I knew obviously he could talk kayfabe. I knew he could talk. But to hear him talk in the video, it's like,
yeah, and I mean, and it was just one word.
Yeah,
just run.
Run. That's it. I'm like, listen, you ain't gotta sell me. And then, of course, seeing Chad Gable trying to walk back, I'm like, oh, where's Uncle Howdy?
That's what I was waiting on. I was waiting. Where's Tyler?
Where is he? I'm like, where's my guy? And then as soon as Chad gets kind of close to the door, but in that little open area, it's like he comes out, and then Chad Gable pulls a Scooby-Doo or Shaggy and runs out of there.
Yeah.
He sees the monster. He sees the bad guy and he gets out of there.
He did a little
like the zoinks. He just got out of there.
And Rowan doing fucking Bray's crossbody.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. Yes, that was awesome. Because all right, so John, I'm gonna let you. We're gonna read your comment, and I'm gonna respond. So, unmasking the Wyatts, I'm really not sure about. I'm a huge fan of the Wyatt 6, but unmasking them, I can't get on board with. Unmasking them takes away their mystique. Here's the thing: this isn't the '80s. This isn't the old days where you wrestle with stuff like that.
Right.
Like
And all of that.
Is that what you said?
I mean, Noah's the Undertaker. Let's put it that way. The old school Undertaker. If you remembered, he would put his hand over people's mouths
Right.
to win matches. This isn't like, he wasn't.
And it's not even that. Like, I get what he's saying.
Yeah.
But to an extent, with especially those masks, you're not going to be able to work in those.
No, not in those.
Now, Taylor's, yes. Taylor, working that.
Yeah.
Nikki could work in hers.
Okay, yeah.
But, well, I'm just saying the way it's made, you can clearly see out of it.
You're not wrestling in gate. None of that. No.
Yeah.
No.
Look, now,
yeah.
It's just going to be hard to put a mask on them that they can safely work in.
Right.
That is
and not look rinky dink.
Right. That is going to fit that character.
Yeah.
That they're doing.
Yeah. And here's what I'm going to say about it. I don't see it as it hurts the mystique. I think it enhances it.
Yeah.
Because this is something that's pushing it to a now modern era. Because now we're seeing the faces behind the mask. We saw Rowan. We saw, Nikki. The only one that still bothers me is the fact they never said Nikki's name. Because, and let's be honest, it's Nikki. All right. But here's the thing. The Loomis, oh my God, hearing the dialogue behind it, and then you're seeing everything about him that's changed.
Yeah, he's completely changed.
And then you hear him go, run, and I'm going, that's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, he's changed.
He
not
plays
Loomis.
crazy so fucking well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Nikki is the same exact way.
Right,
So is
yes.
Joe. Gacy's the same way.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Gacy. That is going to be freaking amazing.
If you go back and watch some of Gacy's stuff in CZW and whatnot, dude.
No.
Look, people were saying that Gacy could be the next Bray Wyatt. There's a reason why they said that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Literally,
they said that. And he has that appeal. I personally fell in love watching his style when he wrestled Dijak. And then he wrestled other guys, and I'm going.
Look up his older stuff in CZW with his matches with who did he work? I think it was Drake. I think it was younger.
Oh God,
I believe.
Okay.
Like he had some damn good matches with.
He's good. He's good. Yeah. He's very good. And I look the power bomb and how they did that.
Yeah.
In that lighting. You know, we talk about just doing simple things, but to have a different lighting and not be used to it, and you're able to hit it. The double Uranagis were beautiful.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Bray Wyatt would have loved that. The way they both hit it. And Eric Rowan doing the crossbody, I was just like, this is if you've got a problem with the Wyatts, it's a you problem, not mine. Because I get where you could critique, but I'm just looking at it as if this is good. This is really what you want. All right, we'll fast forward a little bit. So Bronson Reed versus Sheamus, big meaty men, bump and beat, but it's not as much as you thought because that end, ref.
Oh my God,
looked a little bit more helpful versus I don't know how to take your foot off the rope. Sheamus gets to the corner finally.
His foot wasn't even trapped.
Thank you, but we'll just we're playing along like it was. But Sheamus finally gets shillelagh'd with Pete Dunne.
And that wasn't even a fucking shillelagh. It was a stick.
Listen,
I love Jerry.
Hard times forever. I'm like, wait a minute. Listen, I'm not. Listen, I'll just say this. I remember, I used to play like the college football. And like back in the day, remember it had like with Notre Dame. It was like battle for like the shillelagh. I'm like, no, just based on me playing that video game growing up, I knew what a shillelagh looked like.
Look, I'm sure Finley was there. He could have had his. I'm sure Sheamus had his.
Finley probably didn't have it insured. He didn't want to risk it. I understand.
Well, yeah, Finley's working with the women. He can't just leave anytime,
No,
he's got the dancing girls.
Hey, don't be picking on Caden and Casey.
Oh, no. On the contrary, I love Caden because her Instagram, I love watching.
Oh, I love Caden.
Especially with Priest, but now again, Mommy, Rhea Ripley, let me explain something to you. Do not take away my small happinesses, okay? You know, look, I get it. You try to be mommy, be back in control, that's fine. Caden must pick on Priest because these are the small little things I asked for.
Yeah.
And that girl is a trip. Oh, my gosh, she's a trip.
Yeah. I love the one where he kind of like looks behind and just...
The one where she's dressed, she put on the vest, and he just like picks her up. It's like, look, we are keeping our accountability bar at here, okay? There's nothing angers about Rhea. We love Rhea.
If there's one thing
one thing
we do on this show, we hold the accountability bar.
Yes, and so Sheamus loses to Reed, and I felt bad for Reed because he looked like it. It's like his leg was a trap. He kind of was limping around. All right, we finally get Jey Uso versus Carlito. How, you may ask? Well, let's talk. Let's have a little story. It's story time with the Judgment Day. But the problem is it's not in our normal setup because somebody went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and decided to destroy the clubhouse.
That fucking crazy ass blonde bitch.
Because of that evil Dominic Mysterio. That sweet, kind woman who loved him with all her tiny little heart and that beautiful booty.
I gotta say this.
Yeah.
Did you not learn the lessons about blondes from mine?
All right, to be fair. Okay, she might be that crazy, but
I'm not involved in that.
Hold on.
Let's go for it.
Can say this. Ladarius, hold up, I got you. You just stay in the back. I can say this though, but I can also say the following. Yes, I remember.
Okay then.
But look, a PS5 got damaged, and Carlito wanted his revenge tour. But anyway, so in the midst of this, they're cleaning it up, but if you notice, they get over to the flag area, everyone's face is X'd out, except for Finn. The demon lunchbox never gets touched.
Dude, I'm telling you, that video.
Oh, I saw the video too. So, if
that happens, I'm going to Atlanta.
Oh, dude, I'm with you. But anyway, we'll get Ladarius to show up. We'll get him to show up. All right. So look, at this, they're like, you go make the match. So Carlito goes and gets Sami Zayn versus Dominic Mysterio. And that's not what they wanted. So, they told him to go against Jey Uso, and Carlito's still devastated, broken heart about the PS5. He was going to do it, but then they told him no help, which is bullcrap, first of all. This man is the comedy gold of this group. And to keep on asking, why is he in the group, Rhea? You need to stop and accept him. Or do you not like Puerto Ricans? Are you having a problem, Rhea? Maybe this is not a Judgment Day issue. Maybe it's a Rhea Ripley issue. So Miss Rhea, Miss Mommy, I'm telling you, look in your heart. Go to some Mexican food. Go to some Puerto Rican, Caribbean food. And really ask yourself, do you want Carlito in your group? Because the answer is yes. Because this man is the best comedy gold that there is. So anyway, that's just a little, commentary by C-Double. Jey Uso squashes Carlito. First of all, this match should not have been 8 minutes. And look, I understand why it's 8 minutes. Because if you make it less, Rakishi's going to cuss you out again. So I get it. But the best part of this match, again, was Carlito. He had Jay beat, but he had to get to the apple. Bay, our favorite ref, she is trying to tell him not. But then, Carlito's asking the question, it's not against the rules to eat an apple. With a mouth and the mouthful of apple, the boy gets speared by Jay. And then not just that, but gets a piece of that apple. So, you know what I've learned? Sharing is caring. So what did y'all think of the match? And really the Judgment Day inks so far. We'll talk about Sammy and Dominic later.
No, I thought that match was good. I do think it went a little long.
Yeah.
But yeah, that finish with the apple, that was good. It was something different,
Yeah.
I don't think Carlito's ever done an ending like that with the apple.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah. And then, of course, Jay picking it up, taking a bite of it, and throwing it to the crowd.
Yes.
As he's steady running his mouth, trying to chew and not choke on national television.
Yes, because if he did, Rikishi was going to call holy hell upon that show.
But yeah, overall, I thought it was a pretty good match.
All right, Ladarius.
Listen, the match is what it was. So, and listen, I think you know how I feel about Carlito. Like, I should have been 8 minutes. I get why it was 8 minutes. Like, could have been 5, sure, but 8, okay. Like, if we hit double digit, I'd have been like, no, someone's got to stop this.
We have a commercial break we have to get to.
Yeah, like we have to tell the sponsors why this match is going 10 minutes. And the least we could do is show one of their stuff. Show something to let this go. But to me, like I said, it was an entertaining match. I wouldn't necessarily call it a squash, but it had all the squash vibes. Is what I'll say to that.
Yep. All right. Now, apparently, this is the segment where WWE really challenged my remote finger to work, because Miz is going to host the SummerSlam proceedings. I guess he's also going to host the 3-hour pre-show that everyone thinks is part of the main show. But
don't forget about the hors d'oeuvres.
Apparently, hold on. So we can't talk about Miz maybe wanting to go and get the title back with R-Truth in Cleveland, where he's from. No, hosting. And R-Truth is worried about hors d'oeuvres. I was aggravated by this, but
my ass off.
Yeah, poor. And then hold on, but I was aggravated. But what made that segment funny was Kathy Kelly or the reporter chick going, "I want hors d'oeuvres," and having her hand up the whole time. That's a fat person moment. I love that. It's like, girl, you are part of the fat people club. We accept you. Honest. If you bring chicken nuggets, we are accepting you. Because you girl know how to throw down. You're a closet eater. We know that, but we respect that. No eating mess ups. So don't be yakking on over people. All right. Also, Kofi, or they showed Japan footage, and Kofi and Zay working together, but apparently Kofi re-injured himself. And then Cross, who, all right, we need to talk. If you have a goatee or beard and you go, how would I look clean shaven? Don't do it. No. Listen to me and Jerry. And Ladarius. He agrees. Don't do it. This is crap. Don't do it. If your partner goes, I think you'll look good in it, stop listening to her.
Don't listen.
Yeah. You Cross looks ridiculous. Now, the promo he said to Woods before the match was actually really good. Especially the Brock Lesnar line about, your partner should have retired when he lost the title in 6 seconds. All right, now Ladarius has stepped out, so we're going to also cover this match too. Braun Breaker, who had a promo about Sammy getting ready for his soon-to-be career, comedian, and he thinks that's funny since he didn't take Sammy lightly. So, kind of sets the stage for SummerSlam with his match with Sammy. Sammy, responds before his match with Dominic. and basically says, I'm not going to try to, teach him a lesson. I'm just going to beat him. And, so this match goes, the ending is the disqualification because Carlito can't get help, but Dominic can get help.
Yep.
But you know what? I'm not even mad at that. You know why? Who was leading the brigade to help him? Carlito. That means that man loves this team. This is why, Rhea, you need to look at a guy like Carlito and give him a chance.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying. All right. So, what do you guys thought about the Woods and Cross match and Mysterio and Zayn match?
I saw the Woods match. I didn't see Mysterio.
Well,
I know I'm fired. I'm sorry.
Just wing it. God damn it.
Don't worry about it, Jerry. Don't worry, Jerry. I
Wing it, Jerry.
I've been fired a long time ago. I'd have been out.
Well, look.
I mean, Darius just walked out on us, but came right back, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I don't have rules. What are rules?
So the Woods and Cross match, I thought it was, it was all right. I'm kind of getting tired of this.
Yeah.
Between them.
Mm-hmm.
And again, grow your fucking beard back.
Yes.
And
Stop
shave that fucking man bun.
Well, it's not even that. Then he puts his ponytail like that. It's like, dude, let it out.
Either let it hang or shave it.
Oh God.
Pick. I liked him when he came back and his hair was slicked back. I like that. That's fine.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna have long hair, either let it hang or braid that shit.
Yeah.
Something.
He looks like a really bad creative wrestler. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
He looks like one of the guys from Pat McAfee's show.
Jeez.
Don't insult Karrion Kross like that.
I was going to say out of work yoga instructor, but that works too.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah. Anyways, I'm done.
Okay. You go, Ladanius.
We'll be right back with my thoughts right after this. No. Look, I'm over this whole Cross and the Woods, and because here's the thing, my concern was, and maybe it's not a major concern, but like you have Paul Ellering there,
yeah,
arguably one of the greatest managers in wrestling history. Period.
Yeah, tell
top 5.
And exactly, you could argue put him in the Mount Rush, and here we are. I can't tell you how, unless he's spoken and maybe I stepped out of the room. I can't recall him ever taking the mic.
He's had one little promo section since he's been back.
Yeah,
that's what he does.
Yeah, it's like he's holding that shaker thing, which is even I don't know. That's appropriate. That's for Netflix as well. So I mean, they're prepping for it. Like you can't say they're not prepping for it.
Yeah.
But to me, I don't know. Like I like Karrion Kross, I really do. But this is something that you bring him back again, and what are we getting? It's like you bring him back, and he's talented. But what are we? But like
he really is.
He is. I'm not going to argue that. He is very talented.
It's just my question is like, what is he doing that's good? But
nothing, because they won't give him nothing good.
That's the question. So
yeah. And then what was your views on Sammy and Dominic?
To me, I think it was a good match. Like I said, I think Dominic Mysterio doesn't get enough credit for the in-ring stuff. Like he's gotten better at it. I think people, like, his biggest knock was how can you expect someone to be better? Give me, he's getting better in the ring, and I think, listen, seeing Sammy, I wasn't surprised at the result, obviously, but it was a good, solid match given what we had. So, like, thoroughly impressed in that regard.
Yeah. Well, all right. Also I want to say, we're seeing a lot of Jey Uso Sammy teaming up lately. I'm wondering if we're going to start, if that's to get us ready with the bloodline and everything. So we'll see how that goes. I'm reading off this. I'm going to read this off as WWE Raw results by Forbes. And basically what they said was poor Katrina, poor Carter, and Lyra. They were left out in the ring with an eternal while, and then went, because WWE was doing a whole lot of SummerSlam vignettes. And then Team DeVille won in an ice-cold match against the babyfaces that looked like they were tired. Then Damage Control showed up after all their talk about changing Damage Control. The change of Damage Control was face paints on their cheeks. And I'm going, man, Forbes, you want to, you're a writer. Can you just take it easy a little bit? The match wasn't that. I mean, I felt it was a little cold, but I didn't think it was that bad. But that was the big deal to me, was Damage Control showing up. But it's like this. I don't mind Carter and Chance. All right, I don't. I've told you guys. I'm really enjoying them. I think Valkyria is good. I'm still kind of in limbo with Team DeVille or Team Forehead. That's what Zelina called them. I'm going to start calling them Team Forehead, and then you got Team Dancing Birds. For Lyra and her team, so they can shimmy on down. And then I'm going to be real respectful to Damage Control because I don't want them trying to kill me. But what did y'all think of that 6 women's tag? Because I thought it was an okay match. It's just I hate to say it was okay when I see a women's match, when really I want to be like, hey, it was really good. I liked it. I can watch an NXT women's match like they had that 6 women tag with Ruka. Oh God, I'm trying to Lola Vice,
Ruka,
and Carmen. Yeah, the one with the sword. Yeah, Carmen Petrovich, the one that hates
sword chick.
Yeah, the one that hates Pat McAfee. Versus Fallon, JC Jane, and the other
Jasmine Nix. Jasmine Nix.
Okay, Jasmine Nix. But they were more entertaining, and that match really felt more connected than the match here on Raw did. And I just, we'll talk. We could go ahead and talk about that.
Yeah, I only saw snippets because I was in and out of sleep at that point.
I got you.
What I saw of it, like you said, it wasn't like dead ass cold, but I mean, it had its moments where it was in. I missed the Damage Control thing, so I don't know. I guess you said they had like little paint on their cheek or something.
Yeah, like little symbols and stuff, and I mean, they were in black too, so it was cool looking. But it was like, oh, okay.
So they're kind of going for like a female mafia, Japanese mafia type thing, I guess.
That I would work with that.
Yakuza type sort of situation.
Yeah, Yakuza or something. Yeah. Which
that's how I contribute to the show. Will, good night, everybody.
I mean, that would be kind of cool, I guess.
Mm-hmm. If done right, like I've always said, if anything done right, you could work with it.
Yeah.
All right. What did you think, Ladarius?
Like I say, the match was okay, and I'm noticing there's a trend in the context of we're seeing with factions, with Damage Control, and you're seeing with Sonya Deville and Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark, and you brought up something I was going to mention. You brought up Fallon Henley, JCJ, and Jasmine Nix. That looks like a faction to me.
Yeah,
because Fallon, you can kind of see Fallon as the leader.
Yep.
And because, and I'm like, wow. And I noticed, and like I said, on the main roster, like I said, I'm liking the female factions simply because, you're putting like-minded people together, which obviously is the key to a faction, obviously.
Yes.
But secondly, you're giving intrigue, and you're like, you could do something, because like if you have a solid, this is why I don't like the cross thing with the New Day, is because the reality is there's really only 2 of them.
Yeah.
And then you're throwing in, if you throw in AOP on top of Karrion Kross, well, they don't have a third person.
Yeah.
So what's the whole point of this? Trying, to get what it's not. I would be shocked if I see Xavier Woods join Cross and A. I would be super shocked because it wouldn't make sense out of nowhere. But
you're kind of going in and out of camera frame.
But going back to the point of the match, like I said, with Damage Control, once again, it's how they look post Bayley. This is what you're getting. It's like look, Bayley started, Bayley brought back, she brought, especially, with Dakota Kai and Io Sky. And then later down the road, they add Kairi Sane, and you all know the story, sorry about it. But it's just seeing them post Bayley, they need an identity.
Yeah.
Because essentially Bayley, I don't want to say Bayley was the identity of Damage Control, but when they broke up, you're kind of like, what's Damage Control going to do? That's sort of the question it's going to have to be answered with the Judgment Day. Is what happens post Damian Priest and or Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
Whichever dynamic you can go with, one of them or both of them. So that's why I say you're building these factions up. Especially like I'm sold on DeVille, Baszler, and Stark, but there's something missing.
There is.
There's something missing. I'm not saying go out and add someone, but there's a dynamic that's missing, but it can work. Because like what I saw in NXT, what I saw with Jasmine Nix, JC Jane, and Fallon Henley, that looks like just as much as the faction as I've seen with Damage Control and with Sonya, with DeVille, Baszler, and Stark. Like,
and in their time of talking, when you listen to Finley, Fallon, and you listen to JC Jane, and they kind of have that flow. They have that, connection.
It's that commonality that makes a good faction work.
Like, and they have charisma. They have an ability to get people to look at them.
Oh yeah.
I got to go here. The only person on the Shayna Team Forehead, because I love what Selena called them, but Shayna is honestly should be the mouthpiece.
Yeah. Like,
but they won't. But that's an issue there because they don't. For some reason, they don't want her to be.
Right.
I think it's more so they're pushing Sonya in the front because she's more of an eyepiece to the crowd and the people on TV.
And she probably gives off more of those authoritative vibes than Shayna.
Right.
And that's nowhere near a knock on Shayna.
No.
But it's just like if you were in WWE's eyes, if you were in a crowd, you would think that Sonya is the authoritative figure.
Yeah. I got you.
Shayna can hold her own on the microphone. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. Right.
But if they do it with Shayna, I think that could be the thing that's missing. I don't know. But all I know is that I like the three of them together. But all I know is I don't know whether you juxtapose, having Sonya, maybe have Shayna talk a little more. Zoe doesn't have to talk.
Oh God,
no,
please.
This was my biggest point. Like when Bobby Lashley first came back, and I'm like, Lashley when he first came back could not talk on the mic to save his life.
No,
he couldn't. And so, and at first they had like Leo Rush was there.
Yep.
And then when Leo Rush left, then you had MVP, and I'm like, that's how all you need. And it's like what we talked about earlier with Shane and having a mouthpiece for Mercedes. It's like sometimes you don't. Sometimes you can have all the talent in the world in the ring, but look, some people just aren't great on the mic.
No, they don't have to give the gab,
and that's not their fault. So you just need something like a mouthpiece to kind of like boost them up, or a manager. So where are you pointing, CW? You pointing at the clock? Yeah, I was gonna say you're pointing. I'm like,
he's pointing at Jerry.
He's pointing at his name. I'm like, I wasn't going to say anything, but no.
No, he's pointing at me because I can't talk on the mic to save my ass.
Yeah, I was looking at CW. I'm like,
we've had to come up with so many different ways for Jerry to do a promo. It's been hilarious.
Right.
Yeah. So
it usually involves fire and pictures.
Yeah. So like that's my whole thing, and I think that's the dynamic missing is that maybe if you put Shayna, as the mouthpiece, you could see something. Because like you mentioned, with Henley and like they could all be great on the mic, but sometimes you need that one person to just kind of put you over on the mic. it doesn't make you a less of a wrestler or less of a competitor. It's just sometimes, look, you can be a super, and we've seen it, but just get somebody on the mic or get somebody in the group that can talk and lead. That was my biggest, like with this whole Karrion Kross thing. I'm like, holy crap, Karrion Kross. Like I'm looking at Paul, but I'm looking at Paul Ellering over there.
Yeah.
I'm looking at one of the best managers in wrestling in the history of this business.
Shouldn't be a problem.
I'm like, what? I'm like, what in the Shockmaster are we doing and not giving this man a microphone? It's
Thank you. You're
literally if fumbling a bag was a situation, it's that. Like you're telling me I've heard Paul Ellering talk. We've all
we were raised. Yeah.
It's like we've heard it even in bits, or we can go old school and hear, like, you can go online and hear the man talk, and you're like, and you fast forward and you're like, oh,
the man got the LOD over in WWE by having a damn dummy doll with him.
Yeah.
It's like, and then, I don't know. Before I blow a gas.
Before you blow up, hold on. So the main event was all about Finn Balor versus Gunther. These two were supposed to go at it in NXT. I want to say in 2020 it was going to be in Dublin, but
so mad
the world happened.
World happened.
COVID happened, and sorry I said it. Oh well. We're live, folks. It's okay.
We're live? I thought we were taping this thing.
Yeah, I thought we were taping this whole thing.
I thought the live button.
I ain't got that kind of budget. Anyway,
I thought you were going to edit out everything else.
I thought live was like lunch in, very entertaining. I'm like, wait a minute, like lunch is very entertaining. Like,
we got Gunther versus Finn Balor. Priest did this recorded promo. Liv did a recorded promo where she's, getting all like a girlfriend and, burning everything. Rhea did a promo,
by the way.
Rhea did a promo where she's holding the black rose and, talked about how, Liv thinks she's the victim. And then Gunther makes a special appearance at AEW Collision to do a promo in the empty arena facility because Homeboy loves doing those. Yeah. He just says, hey, Kaiser, record me. Okay.
Yeah.
That would even be better if he did that. But this match was good. I mean, here's the thing. 12 minutes. It doesn't really go to what you want it to do. But let's be honest. If they said, we're going to put Finn and Gunther in the main event at a pay-per-view, would you be upset?
No.
So, So I thought, Finn or Damian Priest wanted to be out, which was ironic. He's always the one that wants everyone to stay away. But he wanted to be there just in case Gunther did something stupid. Now, we've all seen Gunther's matches. He doesn't really cheat. He doesn't really...
Yeah.
So for me, I was just going... If you were going to do something, Damian should have done commentary, or Damian should have just been out there anyway. But I get it. Trying to do the honorable thing because this is another babyface tendency. They're done with him. He wants to do it on his own. So Finn and him had a great match. It was all about trying to put Finn to sleep, apparently. He finally got it and got him to pass out. So Gunther wins. Then he snatches him up again to do it again. Damian comes out, beats the holy hell out of Gunther. Now, Finn didn't do anything mad because, he just got knocked out by Gunther and all. But the question now becomes, what are we thinking about this match? Because, and let's go ahead and do it. Because, this is kind of like the SummerSlam review or prediction. We've got the Intercontinental title with Braun versus Sammy. I'm thinking Braun. What are you guys thinking?
Braun.
All
right. And then the other match that it's going to cover on now, because I think, 7 matches so far, right?
I think that sounds right.
Yeah.
Right. Logan Paul versus LA Knight. So, I don't know. I keep flipping that one, but I'm going to say LA Knight. What do y'all say?
I want LA Knight to win.
Yeah. I think it makes Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
It's Nia Bailey.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, this is a Reddit. Never mind. This is wrong.
All right.
Yeah, I did a SummerSlam. I posted on my TikTok. I think it was 7 because all the individual titles are on the line for both brands.
Well, I realized this wasn't real when I saw a Fatal 4-Way for the IC.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the the what we all wanted to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see.
The gobbledygooker. Wait a minute. This is not right.
Nope.
Wait a minute. Ricky Sparks for the WWE Universal Reels Champion versus CM Punk. How did this happen?
Didn't
Wait. What?
somebody post it in the damn?
Gilbert versus Little. No, this is all
Little
wrong.
Nicky.
This is all wrong.
The Jelly Roll versus Little Nicky. How did this happen?
Wait. Bad Bunny teams up with Stephen Amell. No, you know what? This is all, folks.
All right. Oh, no,
We'll
that's
fix
not
it.
right.
We'll fix
Yeah. I pulled up the same one, Jerry, and it gave me the same one you gave me.
I had to be careful because I went to
All right, I found
card. Yeah.
All right, I found a legit one, so we're good. All right, so LA Knight versus Logan Paul. So we're all agree that
I'm going LA Knight.
all right, LA. Yeah,
I'm going LA. Yeah, it can go 50-50, but I'll go to LA.
yeah. All right. Well, and I've already said Sammy's winning, or not Sammy, but Braun's winning.
Braun.
All right, women's title match. Now here's I'm going to throw in. All right, SmackDown. Bailey versus Nia. I believe if Tiffany Stratton gets this Money in the Bank briefcase that Nia promised her.
I heard you.
Okay.
Not
I was like, okay, good. I'm glad I've made myself here. Okay, cool. The women's, if she makes her a new briefcase, I don't see Tiffany Stratton cashing in the next night. But if there's no briefcase, I could see Tiffany cashing that sucker in on Bailey. But either way, I think Bailey beats Nia. And then if there's a cash in, we'll see. What do y'all think?
honestly, and only because of the angle they're doing right now with Nia and Tiffany, I say Bailey and then Tiffany cashing in.
Okay. What about you, Ladus?
I'm gonna go with the minority. I think Nia Jax wins.
Okay.
I think like I said, I see both your points of view, but I think having Nia with the belt makes it even more intriguing. You know, with her being best friends with Tiffany Stratton, and it kind of gets like that. You know, Nia kind of have to watch her back.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
like that frenemy aspect to it.
I like that too. I think that'd be cool. All right, it's Crush. It's our favorite soap opera. As the Judgment Day turns, Rhea Ripley coming back from injury versus Liv Morgan. Who do we got?
As much as I hate to say it, I think Liv's going to win.
All right.
Yeah, see, when Jerry folds his arm, that means I know he's serious. I know he's serious all the time, but when I see this,
As much as I would like Rhea to get her title back, I think somehow, some way, Dom's going to fuck up and cost Rhea the match.
All right.
Jerry's like, I don't like it, but it's gonna.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I want my chicken nuggets.
I do want my chicken nuggets, goddamn it.
Here's some chicken. I said nuggets.
I want nuggets.
I don't want tenders. I don't want breast. I want nuggets.
Nuggets.
If I want a chicken tender, I want to order chicken.
This
Tender
is
starts with the T, nuggets starts with the N, and I'm not gonna go any further than that. But you get the point I'm saying. You get the point. I realize what I said.
I love you, brother. All right. What you say, my friend? What you got?
I don't know. I'm intimidated by Jerry's bicep.
I know. It's like, if he had like a little tattoo that said Rhea's bitch, I'd be like, oh, well, okay, we know what's.
I'm like, how much is that tattoo guy, Jerry? And can he do glow in the dark for me? But anyway, because I feel that
they make glow in the dark ink.
Yeah, they do.
And I'm like, you know what? It's extra, and I respect that. Like, you may need to get what's your lightish? Yeah, you may do better than that. Yeah, it might seep through your skin. I'll risk it. I have layers. Like an ogre has layers. I have layers. as Donkey said, onions in the layer. But I'm gonna go with Liv because I feel that. I think I talked about it last week. I feel that whole thing we saw last week with Dom trying to talk down Liv. I felt like that was one big ruse. I kind of feel that a part of me feels like Dom is going to intentionally screw Rhea out of this match, out of the match, and I think Rhea retain, and I think we get Dom and Liv together, as much as I want to see Mommy retain, I think you can drag this out long enough to kind of keep this revenge tour going, and give Liv see Liv retaining.
I don't want to see Dom as a face. My thing is this: Rhea's a face, Damien face.
Yeah.
If Rhea wins, there's no story to tell.
Right. It's dead in the water right there.
Yeah, that's why Liv wins, and I don't want it to be an accident. I want the world to burn. I need to see it. I need tears. I need Jerry crying in the background, but also it has to go this way, because if it goes as an accident or like all you're doing is, the inevitable, you're postponing it. No, just go full throttle, because this is something that could be so, if done right, can really propel Rhea as a superface for women. Yeah. So she's going to be. There's not even a doubt. She is, All right. So the next match, we're going to go ahead and just say World Heavyweight title for Monday Night Raw. Gunther is the challenger. Damian Priest the champion. Who do you got?
Gunther.
All right.
I'll go with Gunther.
I got to go.
Maybe a little Finn Balor action to throw in, but I'm still going with Gunther.
I think the end of Judgment Day has to come, or if what we know of Judgment Day, aka Rhea and Finn, or Rhea and Damian have to go down, and Finn has to be the guy. Finn has to be the guy that screws over Damian. So where we're talking about Dom has to do his job. Going back to what Finn told him in the locker room, you know what you got to do.
Yeah.
This is kind of that moment again. We're going to go. I'm sorry, Rikishi. I know you're upset about Jay, but you do have another son apparently that's in this match that might be the main event, but we're going to call the other match the main event. But anyway, Cody Rhodes versus, isn't Solo Sikoa your son, Rikishi? Because he's in the main event. They're not. Is that push?
I mean, even if it's not main event, it's probably semi.
Yeah, it's definitely semi. See, but that's the push though, right? I mean, your son might even show up. Jay, the youth man.
It's a lot better than
Broken Leg Boy. Yeah, hold on. And Broken Leg Boy will show up too, hopefully. Jimmy Uso. It's like now that it's like someone said it on a podcast to listen to. It's like, it didn't hit me until I reviewed something and I said, wait a minute. Solo Sikoa's in the main event with Cody Rhodes for the title. And Rikishi thinks his son Jay's getting pushed or getting pushed down, and the bloodline getting pushed down? And I'm going, drugs will do some stupid stuff to you. Anyway, Cody versus Solo.
Get it for The Rock.
Yeah. I hope he does that.
I'm going to go ahead and say Cody's going to win.
Yeah.
If they don't bring at least Jimmy back at SummerSlam, or just Roman, one or the other, if not both, then I don't know when or how they're going to do this.
I'm with you. Yeah. All right. What do you say, Ladarius?
No, yeah. I agree with Jerry. If we don't, I think Cody retains, but I think we might see Jimmy, then Roman, maybe down the road. But if we see Jimmy, then we're getting somewhere.
Right.
Somebody
has, because obviously the bloodline's going to be involved. Somebody has, and honestly, what I would do is we get Jimmy, we get Jay. I mean, it's already confirmed that Hikulea is signed.
Mm-hmm.
We get Hikulea,
and then you get Sammy.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, Sammy or just those three. to fight off the current bloodline.
Yeah. Well, we got to have the honorary Uso. So.
But
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying. I think that would be awesome. I really do, because you think that they've been working as a tag team on Raw.
Right.
You know, they do have a victory over Judgment Day. Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah. Look, Cody, Raheem, Rhodes, the man with melanin in his soul, is going to win this match. All right. He is not going to let us down. Okay. I mean, he is the Wakanda leader. Wait, what? I mean, that's what the song told me. But anyway, Cody Rhodes, man, this guy, I mean, he felt, I mean, I saw him. He's part of history, y'all. But yeah, he's gonna take care of Solo. But I hope that he wins and then Roman will come out, like, you know, something. It's like I don't want Roman to be the reason Cody wins, if that makes sense. Right. You know, don't minimize that.
And that's basically what I was saying, you know, is have them cut off the current bloodline. Don't get involved.
Yeah, exactly. All right. And this is why I wanted to go this match as our main event, because look, this is going to be why people want to see this thing. It's Drew McIntyre. It's CM Punk. It's the referee. You know, you thought Red Shoes was popular. You thought Earl Hebner was popular. Y'all better be ready, because Seth Rollins is gonna. Seth's
gonna pull out the most flamboyant, gayish looking. Oh wait, I can't say that. Sorry.
He is gonna look. He's gonna make It's Raining Men popular with this outfit, probably. But yes, the drip god himself will come up with something. Look, Seth, we are
on Twitch now.
Yeah. Look, Seth, we want you to be. You know, we are pumping and hyping you big up. Don't let us down. So, it better not be no collar shirt. It's just some slacks. Everyone's just like, you go back to your locker room and you find it out.
It'll be like that damn TikTok. Why are you not in uniform?
Yes.
Yeah. That's better. Yeah.
Turn and walk away.
Yeah.
He does need to do that, though. Yeah. He does need to do that. And Pierce looks at him. Why are you in uniform?
And why aren't you in the little sponge? It comes out. That's better.
Yes. A striped hat with feathers all over it.
We wear hats as a ref. We can now.
Fuck it.
Or you know, have someone or sound with the Mills Lane sound. I'll allow it. So.
Who signed off on this? He just
Pierce in the backdrop with a drink.
Yeah, he steals the thing from Dexter Loomis. Just does the stuff. He has like a ball of Jack in one hand and the thumb in the other.
Oh, and you see Seth walk by and go, and I thought I looked ridiculous. So, all right.
I have a jacket on. What is that? This is beige. I don't know what color that is.
So what are we thinking? CM Punk, McIntyre, and Seth. What are we thinking is going to happen?
I still say that somehow, some way, Seth's going to get involved, and either he's going to play one side or the other. He's either going to play Drew or he's going to play Punk. I'm leaning more towards him playing Drew and basically trying to cheat Punk out of the win for the simple fact that, you know, he's cost Seth the title. He's cost, you know, twice now, 2 different matches.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to help Drew get the win, whether it's, you know, a cheeky fast count or ignoring Punk's foot on the rope or something like that.
Yeah. All right. Well, Darius, what say you?
Well, yeah. First of all, I think Seth Rollins is the real winner of this match. But since I'll go with the 2 people who are fighting, I lean towards Drew simply because, listen, I keep saying this, but it always bears worth repeating. My guy gets screwed over in 3 different countries.
Yeah.
Like, if you get screwed in 3 different cities, like you get screwed in like Philly, Chicago, and New York, okay, that's one thing. No, you get screwed over in Philly, then you get screwed in front of your family in Scotland, And then just to put the icing on the cake, you get screwed over in Canada. So Drew has to win this, and I like what Jerry is saying. I think you kind of, I think Drew wins. It may not be the way Drew wants to win the match, but because Seth is going to be a big factor in it, so I'm going to go with Seth.
I'm gonna go McIntyre. Just like we've all said, he's been doing the yeoman's work on this, and not only that, you know, this is a moment for him. All right, but the other thing is this: there's got to be a moment, and here's my thing. I'm thinking we need to see it where Seth is trying to do it right down the middle, but these guys just keep annoying the heck out of me. They keep, you know, they won't listen. They remember how he said, the one rule is you must listen to me. Now, that's got to mean something to him. And, you know, there's no real, well, what would happen if Seth steps out of line? There's no situation that no one's talked about. I know I saw where they said if Shawn Michaels didn't do the job right, he would have been banned from the U.S. in wrestling. So, you know, but that was the Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels feud with The Undertaker and everything. So that's why they did that. But I just think Seth Rollins is going to play the part, but I think he'll play the part in he's going to make sure the match stays where it needs to go. And when it's time, there's going to be a point where he either gets ticked off with Drew to go at him and nails Punk. And then Drew will, with a shit-eating grin, will take advantage. And that's how it should happen. But then again, it might be an opposite way where Seth Rollins just curbs CM Punk because he's pissed at him and does a fast count and goes, fuck you, I hate you. And we're off to Seth Rollins and CM Punk feud. So this will be interesting. But I do think Drew McIntyre pulls it out. So, and like I said, you know, it's funny. People are like, well, you don't want to overcast this. You don't want to cast this. Guys, if Roman Reigns is showing up, everything gets overcast.
Yeah.
So, you know, the talk will be, well, what's going to happen on Friday night? You know, so that's why I think they have these matches set up so you can come to Monday night and go, all right, let's find out what's happening here. I think the Judgment Day is going to look different. And I hope Finn Balor just makes it full. Like, even if Priest wins, but he comes out pissed because Mommy got screwed out, and that's like a turn on Priest when they take him out, you could do that. It's like there's so many different ways you could attack this. So I'm looking forward to SummerSlam. So I hope y'all are too. Hey, guys, go around the horn. Let's give where they can find you and go from there. We'll start with you, Jerry.
Lone Wolf Jerry Nelms, Facebook, Viking Gaming Facebook, Viking Gaming 91. Viking Gaming 91 on TikTok, and LW _ Jerry Nelms on X.
All right. There's.
Oh, wait. I'm so sorry, Jerry. I took your moment. I'm so sorry.
That's all good.
Was the little Prince Nana, this little Daniel Garcia. It was a remix, and
I was doing some old school dances anyway.
Yeah, I'm like, I see Steve Dub. Like, yeah, you know, one of these days you had like a DJ session, you hosted, and we just wrestling and music. Like, we're
gonna do it.
We'll play Joe Henry on the loop. You know him for about half an hour. And
Jerry will love it. He'll actually start grabbing the guitar and want to start strumming along.
Yeah, you know, well, maybe even get him in a kilt like with Booker T in that video. But now,
dude, that'd be cool. Tactical Fest colors.
but you.
Fuck both of you.
First of all, sir, I somewhat resent that, and not all the way resent it because you make a point. But I just want that to be known on the record that I somewhat resent it. Was it disturbing? Yeah, and that's the CBS evening. No. You can find me at Ladarius_Brown on both Twitter and TikTok. Ladarius_Brown on Instagram. I posted my SummerSlam predictions on TikTok today. I'll probably be writing my thoughts on the two matches, the two female matches on SummerSlam. Cross fingers, hopefully I'll do that. And like I said, looking forward to it. And I'll be on all three as much as humanly possible. But more than likely, I'll probably be on Twitter and a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm going to be on Twitter, CW28, and also YouTube channel CW28. Going to be getting with Ladarius. We'll be talking some sports here soon. Training camp's almost done. We got college football on the horizon. We got football coming, and just in general, just football and basketball too coming around. I know the Olympics is happening, but they're not getting over. But
USA. What was that? What was that, Jerry? I believe in Joe Henry. Absolutely.
Got it.
That's what he meant. He meant
This guy.
Absolutely.
This guy. This guy.
Sir, those
One
belong
for
in the,
both of you.
First of all, I want my bird in the sky. First of all, I'm a Falcons fan, so you put that bird in the sky, pal. It's not the Atlanta ostriches or the Atlanta emus, pal. It's the Falcons. A peregrine
we do
falcon
try.
flies in the sky, sir.
That's right.
That's what naturally
Until they get
told
shot
me.
down.
You shoot
Or
down
we
my
choke.
bird.
Yeah, they choke on air and drop to the ground.
Look here, Bill Nye. I'm not trying to hear what you're trying to say right now. You shoot my bird.
Anyways, okay.
There will be.
All right, hold on. I'm trying to do my outro here. Yeah. All right. Jared's about to eat dinner. All right. Well, look, to everyone that's stayed with us and watched this, thank you for being with us. We appreciate you. Remember, SummerSlam is this Saturday. It is at 7 o'clock start time. 4 o'clock is the pre-show. You don't need to watch it all because it's going to be a bunch of recap stuff. And you'll probably see Pat McAfee. And why would you want to do that to yourself? Anyway, so with that being said, you can come back to us. We will review SmackDown, Raw. We'll even talk TNA. We'll talk NXT. And you will definitely talk some AEW as well as WWE. For Ladarius, for Jerry, and for me, C-Dub, we are out. Yeet!